Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I'm here with the amazing John Ryan.
How are you today?
And we are playing Resident Evil HD Remaster for you. So get excited. This was an originally released game on the GameCube in 2002, and Capcom has decided to bring it back from the dead.
I kind of hope that they're going to do it with all of them eventually.
It's sort of looking that way, yeah.
I mean, we've got the first one, we've gotten this one. There was another one too, wasn't there?
Well, so Remake was originally another 2002 project, I want to say, and that was a remake of the original Resident Evil, and then Resident Evil 0 is supposed to be a prequel that takes place before that, yet you find out during the course of the game that there are very loose connections. It's sort of in my mind, the equivalent of a George Lucas prequel for the Resident Evil universe.
Where it's like, here are some of the characters you like, and none of the story that you care about.
Yeah, it's not as political, but man, the guy in the white robe's got to go. But anyway,
as long as they don't start talking about trade embargoes, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's true. Or the Trade Federation. But anyway, so we're gonna play this for you for the first hour.
It loaded successfully.
It loaded successfully.
You did it.
We're only allowed to show you up until we discover the facility, and then we're going to switch over to the original Resident Evil remake, which is also available. We're going to be playing on an Xbox One.
Oh!
Yeah, take that. So
if you're hitting us up, you can watch us. You're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. And you can also ask us questions and stuff about this remake, about Resident Evil in general, or whatever.
That's
really,
right.
I mean, it's a Tuesday afternoon. You guys can just hit us with some random Tuesday talk on Twitter at IGN with the hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Yep, Spooky Tuesday here at IGN, and we're gonna kick it off with the new game. So I'm just gonna have Ben switch over to the cover image here. Now, this game does have a new mode, but unfortunately I haven't unlocked it, so I cannot go into too much detail about it yet.
You played it for 4 hours?
Is that what it said?
I don't know.
All right, so in case you are unfamiliar with these remakes, Capcom has given you the options for widescreen 16:9 presentation or the original 4:3 as it was designed. Same thing with controls. There is an alternate control screen for movement. So if you were never a fan of tank controls, you don't have to care about tank controls. And lastly, we have subtitles, which I think we're going to turn off.
Yeah, probably not.
So John, should we go with widescreen and then alternate?
I vote. We do it. Well, do all the new stuff.
Okay, new stuff
Look
it
at
is.
that
Here we go.
Sweet 16:9.
Okay. Subtitles are good. Oh,
well, it's too late. We've already ruined everything.
That. Here's your subtitles right here. Actually, can you pump up the game audio for folks? I want them to bask in this.
I love this man's silky voice. I want him to read me bedtime stories.
An island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island. There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the International Enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom?
I mean, there's got to be a paper trail of that, right?
And how
you can't just have a company just exist all of a sudden. You've got to have filings, you've got to have LLC documents.
You've never heard of
the
FTC.
Which transpired in the beginning.
Well, they might not be an American company.
Mansion incident.
Oh man, 1998. What's hot on the radio this year?
Oh man, hot on the radio in 1998.
Yep.
Probably something about the Spice Girls.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just have a train ride in Resident Evil.
Why not, though?
Safe.
You also can't be a normal-looking human. You have to look like a 90s guy.
Or be dressed as a homeless person standing on a mountain.
Clearly he just borrowed somebody's dress. He looks lovely.
It's Gandalf.
Oscar Martinez wants to know, before we get started, is this also coming to PlayStation 4 as well, or is it just going to be on Xbox
No,
One?
PS4, PC, Xbox One.
Cool.
You got your major consoles covered. I would double check if it's on last gen as well, but I don't think it is. If
well,
I will double check.
I will check on that because I've got the internet right here.
Sweet.
And I will let you guys know in a moment.
Yeah. So Resident Evil 0, you can bring the audio back down while I'll talk to folks. Takes place before the Raccoon City incident, or really before even the first game, Spencer Mansion incident, which, if you know the series, you know this is a big deal. This is where the whole story starts. It's actually the game that was just remade right before this came out. So there was a lot of excitement for that, right? Like just like Resident Evil Remake really did a great job of kind of like messing with your expectations, finding new ways to scare you even if you knew Resident Evil inside and out.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the expectations at the time were really high on Zero because it was just like, oh man, another one in just a matter of months. This is great. But I do think that there was some surprise that you eventually find out. One is that I don't think, outside of graphics, Remake really learned a lot from Resident Evil 1. Which is
not particularly. I mean, I will own up to it immediately before I say something that makes me look incredibly dumb. This is actually one of the few Resident Evils that I haven't actually played all the way through. I'm playing through this one currently for the first time because I'm working on the IGN wiki for it.
Okay.
But I never actually got a chance to check this one out when it first came out. I wasn't a GameCube kid. I was one of those filthy PS2 guys, that there were millions of us on.
That's right. This was a GameCube exclusive in its day. You're gonna. I mean, I do feel like it's a game that's worth kind of looking back on, but ultimately, the coolest thing it came up with didn't really get used in Resident Evil proper again.
Now,
I feel like the series kind of went in a different direction because then 4 happened. And 4
and it became way more
action-y.
Now, is this the first RE game that would let you swap between characters?
At least in the idea that you would swap between them in real time in the moment.
That's what I'm saying, as opposed to being like in Resident Evil 2, where it's like Sherry crawls through a grate, and then you're playing as Sherry. Like, aside from that, this is the one that lets you have direct control over whether or not you want to play as Rebecca or the other guy, Billy.
Some situations, they do set it up that Rebecca's the only person that fits through this fence.
Right,
so
you're
going to push her through.
But I mean, this is the first time you had the
choose.
ability to say, like, I want to play through this section as Billy.
Like,
Billy's
do you
the
want to
dude's
fight
name.
a boss as Rebecca or as Billy? You can choose.
And for whomever asked, it looks like this is coming out digitally to PS3 and Xbox 360.
There you go.
But Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are getting like solid physical retail releases. So you can go if you got to have the game on your shelf, you can totally swing over to your local game store and pick up a nice physical
Love this
copy
shot
of it.
right here, I must say. So these
train
are
raid?
these are the original cutscenes. Basically, they look like upscaled, like they weren't completely redone.
Right. Well, because now it runs in full HD, 1920 by 1080. Correct?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and that's actually one of the cooler parts of the game. I do think parts of the game look better than some of these cutscenes because these cutscenes were designed at a time when the resolution wasn't as high, and they weren't expecting it to be that high.
Right, and they weren't able to go back through and completely refit them for 16 by 9 ratios too. So they probably had to stretch it out a little bit as well.
So here we are on the train. Now, since I'm using the analog stick, this will look completely insane to you. But
you can make circles.
Pretty much go anywhere. Now, I am on board of this
amazing.
mysterious train. Obviously, if you know the Resident Evil games, you know that this is the setup, the quiet setup for something much more sinister. I do just want to point out really quickly before I turn the subtitles back on that as I move back towards the back car, you're going to notice that the screen scrolls a little. And this is one of the systems that they've sort of put in place because you're looking at it in a widescreen presentation instead of 4:3. So I do want to show you really quickly what it looks like in 4:3, and I'm going to turn subtitles back on before Ben jumps over this television and comes after me.
Please don't do that, Ben.
Yeah, don't, Ben.
I can't get blood on my nice shirt that is already covered in blood.
Oh, wow, our subwoofer's on. Yeah, please. So we're going to go back to original, so you can choose between wide and original. The menu here is a little different because you have to basically find it through the X button menu in the game. Actually, it's funny, I didn't see subtitles anywhere.
If you go back, and then it's in...
it wasn't display.
It should be in audio.
It's not there. Let's check brightness.
No, that wouldn't be it.
Okay, well,
that's
Ben,
really strange because on the PC edition you can totally just toggle them on and off.
Yeah, once the subtitles are off, Ben, they're off. I'm just gonna check one more time, make sure I didn't miss them. Ben's
hit
hands
that
are
audio
in the air.
one more time.
He's shrugging.
Can you scroll down more?
No. Listening mode.
Welcome
TV,
to Menus Live on IGN.
Home theater. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I actually, I didn't expect to.
You accidentally ruined everything.
Everything, right here, just for you. IGN plays live. IGN ruins live.
I like that. We should start doing that. Like go to kids' birthday parties and like smash their cakes.
Yeah, so look here. So this is the game in its original presentation, 4:3. You do get the black bars at the side. Unfortunately, just a consequence of time period. Check out the shadows. Love the shadow work in these games.
Yeah.
They always did a great job. So these are pre-rendered backdrops. If you remember what that means, John Ryan, do you remember what that means?
I remember it being from a long time ago. But it was what was able to let games like the first Resident Evil even look as relatively good as it did. Like you might
That's right.
remember if you were playing the first edition of the first Resident Evil, you would notice that Chris looked like super blocky and kind of just like a monster. But then all the backgrounds would look super nice and pretty, and it's basically because they're just image files laid
that's
over blocks.
Yeah, so she's basically walking on an image. But what they did with Remake and what they did with Resident Evil 0 is that they took these pre-rendered backdrops like as far as they could take them. So I want to point out some details in this car specifically because we're going to be back in it later.
Is it
like
that
look out of
sign
that
over there?
window that I'm pointing. These windows over
that
here.
one right there, the second one, the
raining.
first one back from the door. You can see the rain
Yes,
outside.
yeah, you can see the rain outside. You can see all of these chandeliers. Everything is still. You also see rain on this window over here. I just clipped through. There is still
You can
some
punch
clipping
through a
that goes
door.
through. Yeah, like I'm gonna clip through that. But the idea is still that just you wouldn't tell from looking at this right away necessarily, especially at the time and even in this remake, that these are basically really highly animated still images. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that over there. Same thing. And we're going to get to see these in motion later as we keep going. Now, interestingly enough, though, these door animation openings aren't really as high quality in terms of graphics and detail. And I think it's just because they're there momentarily.
Well, because isn't it the same thing as essentially like with this cutscene? You can see it looks a little bit fuzzy. It's definitely still from
Yeah.
a couple of generations ago.
yep.
And aren't the door animations essentially the same thing? They're just pre-rendered cutscenes from
yeah.
way back when.
Pretty
So
much,
it makes
yeah.
sense that they look a little bit, you know.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the best way to put it. So here we have, of course, the reveal that there are zombies on board this train.
Oh my God, a Resident Evil game has zombies in it?
Yep,
I never would have.
Several
Oh, that poor
zombies.
guy. He had such a nice hat.
yep. So we're gonna put this guy down over here and run by him while he's down. Actually,
still
we're not
twitching.
even gonna stay and fight because we're gonna eventually have to clear this car anyway.
Yeah.
Instead, we're gonna push forward a little more. Just at least until the train starts moving, because then we really want to try and show off some environments. So again, there over here, you see the rain coming in through the window. So before I go any further, you can chat with us actually right now. John,
I'm
tell
looking
them
at
how
I'm
they
looking
do
at
that.
your internet stuffs right here. We are on Twitch at the IGN channel. We are on YouTube at the IGN channel, and you can hit us up on Twitter at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive.
Yep. So one thing I will say about the analog control for me is that I have trouble walking in a straight line because of it. Whereas in the traditional tank controls, I found
Yeah.
it much easier to adjust and just continue a straight path.
Yeah, it's definitely. I've been playing it a little bit this morning and a little bit yesterday, and it's definitely. It's not necessarily easier to do with the D-pad, but it feels more comfortable with the ever-changing camera angles.
Yep, yep. Again, you see some of the scrolling that I was talking about earlier, where when we come to the end, you're seeing it sort of lift. You're seeing it again over here. And I know some of this might sound a little boring, but to me, this is honestly the technical mumbo jumbo that makes all of this work.
Right.
And I really do admire like the amount of work they put into bringing these backgrounds and all of this back the way it was in a higher resolution. Like it
Oh, hey,
looks really good.
What's this guy got?
Okay, so he's been brutally torn apart.
Bummer. That really sucks for him.
He's holding something though,
Oh man.
so he's got the train key.
Ricardo Palmas wants to know when does this actually come out?
Ooh, this is next week on Tuesday.
Next
I
week on
believe. Yeah, you
Tuesday?
can read the review on IGN on Monday night. It comes out Monday night, Tuesday morning. So you check that out. So this is the other playable character in the game.
Somebody
name is
asked
Billy.
where are the crosshairs. It's like, sir, you've clearly never played a Resident Evil game
Yeah,
before
this is
4.
classic Resident Evil.
Because that was sort of an evolution that 4 made that sort of changed the series pretty much forever. Is that up until Resident Evil 4 was that 2006? 2005?
It was like 2005, I want to say. Yeah.
It had always been exactly like this. You had no crosshairs. Your only options for aiming were you could aim straight, and you could aim at the ceiling, and you could aim at the floor.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of that in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, the survival horror aspect of Resident Evil back then was more about resources, about constantly being afraid of not having enough bullets or not having
Right.
enough herbs to get out, and a lot of the backtracking that came with
Oh,
that.
man!
Uh-oh. This is how a lot of people die in Resident Evil. They come
Smashing through
smashing
windows.
through windows, yeah.
I mean, it's a real bad way to get yourself cut up super easily.
Yep. He's not looking good.
We can't. You must be careful.
Any chance you think that they might do a remake of Resident Evil 4?
Forest.
On the topic of remakes, I personally don't really necessarily see the need.
4 has been remade
Like-
to heck and
Because,
back.
I mean, it's been re-released.
Yeah, multiple times.
But
It was a
not
GameCube
necessarily,
game,
like,
a PS2 game. It
remade.
was redone last. Well, that's true. In terms of remakes, I mean, I don't know. I think 4 is just gonna be this sort of great twist on what survival horror was.
Yeah, it'll kind of just live forever
I
in what it
gotta
was
kill
at
this
that
dog.
moment.
I don't want this dog to kill me.
You gotta
Where's
aim
the
at the
dog?
ground. There it is.
Hey.
Good shot.
Back up.
Oh, no, that one got you, though. That
Down,
one got you.
Fido. Get off me.
Good dog. I mean, bad dog. Bad dog bads.
Man. Get off. All right, he's down. Yeah, and then you get the pool of blood showing that this thing is not getting back up. That's pretty typical with Resident Evil.
The old-timey ones, at least.
The old-timey ones, at least. Yeah, so the original classic survival horror roots of this series are really interesting to look back on just because it was so different, right? I mean, 4 amped things up so that every situation was this crazy sort of survival that you wanted to try and... Uh-oh, he's going to get me. He's going to get me.
He is going to get you.
He's going to get me. He's going to get me.
He didn't get you.
He's not getting me.
He's not getting back up either.
Now we got to get him.
So actually, on that point...
I missed.
LJ Fuentes on Twitter wants to know... Oh, God, no!
No!
If you die, you're fired.
Oh, no, don't tell me that.
You're not
That's
fired
mean.
if you die. But no, LJ Fuentes wants to know, as far as we were talking a little bit about how kind of wonky these controls were a little bit with the tank controls versus like what 4 did, and then what that resulted in for 5 and 6, and a little bit in Revelations and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What's your like preferred control scheme? Like, do you have a really nostalgic soft spot for the tank controls, or are you like me, where because I can appreciate what the tank controls did. They made it a lot scarier.
Sure.
Just because you couldn't see what was around you and you had a lot of trouble moving accurately. But once 4 came out and then 5, I didn't really enjoy a whole lot. But then I played 6 and I really liked it.
I think it
What do you
depends on the
prefer as far as
game.
that?
Yeah, to answer the question, I think it depends on the game. Like Remake to me, just because it kept that presentation, that very voyeuristic sort of, the first remake and even the original Resident Evil, where there were like hidden cameras placed in all these locations, and that's what it felt like. It felt like you were sort of trekking through this place filled with like, invading cameras, kind of observing and watching you. And I feel that was the horror, right? Never really clearly seeing what evil lurked around the corner. I think that the tank controls worked well for that time, for that presentation style, because the minute they pulled the camera over the shoulder, you're seeing everything up close. So you kind of have to really change what's threatening about that.
Yeah, and you can choose what to look at as well. It's not a situation. It's not really running the risk of you being like, I don't know if I want to go around this corner or even step fully into this room. Yeah. Because I don't know what lies ahead.
Yeah, and to Shinji Mikami's credit, like the director / producer that sort of discovered the series. Oh, he came from the other room.
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't remember that.
Somehow
to
they
his
figured
credit,
out how to open
he
doors.
found a great way to switch that up by changing the camera and by then making everything these really intense survival situations, and even coming up with enemies that, like, if they got next to you, it was over. Like the Chainsaw Man in RE4.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
But I don't think you can divorce the control scheme from the presentation of the game, is the point I'm trying to make. Like, I feel like classic Resident Evil tank controls worked for what it was trying to present to you.
Yeah, and it definitely added to the horror aspect of it.
And the atmosphere, whereas RE4 had a different type of atmosphere and a different vibe, but very much turned everything into, oh my God, how am I supposed to survive this?
Exactly.
And I think that was just a really smart reinvention for the series and for the genre as a whole, because Resident Evil, it took off really well, the first game, and then, in Capcom tradition, they threw a lot of money at sequels, and they threw a lot of sequels out quickly.
Yep.
But by the time you got to Resident Evil 0, I feel like the classic style had sort of reached this point where it wasn't really surprising anyone anymore. I think.
Yeah, well, I feel like it also wasn't necessarily viable anymore either, because people were just, even when the GameCube remake came out, people were like, oh, I wonder if they're going to change the controls. Yeah. Because tank controls do add a certain element of horror to them, but it's more of an inconvenience than actual tension, you know?
And this is another way that they obviously build up the atmosphere and the suspense, is just you looking through notes and this paper trail and discovering like sort of what happened.
I'll never forget 4
this
Itchy
is just
Tasty.
inspection stuff. Oh yeah, Itchy Tasty is one of the
Itchy
best
Tasty
notes.
is like
that was a really, really cool thing. Like you can laugh at the B-level horror in Resident Evil.
But that's the thing I
all the
loved.
time.
That was one of the things that I loved the most about the first one, especially when I first played it. Like that opening cutscene where he's like, "No, don't go."
Yeah.
Like they took that out of the remake, and I was super bummed.
Oh yeah.
That's my goal for 2016. Bring back FMV intro movies.
FMV. Oh man. So I just want to point out Rebecca's injured. This is something that they started doing. I want to say in like the director's cut of Resident Evil, and especially Resident Evil 2 is when you started seeing like characters sort of limp around. In the original release, I remember them being right as rain.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm fine, do.
Yeah, and you just get like hacked to pieces by a zombie or by a hunter.
Oh god, Hunter's gross.
So we're going to trigger the first boss fight, but you don't have to fight the first boss. I just want to point out a little more atmosphere in this room. Obviously, there's been a fire. You see this very still cup of the bottle of wine and all this other stuff. You see another bottle of wine over here. I just want to point them out because when this train starts moving,
so do they.
yeah, the level of detail that they went for in these pre-rendered backdrops blows my mind, and they did a better job to me than they did even in Remake. Remake like had all of these different camera angles, and they try to troll you with the dogs coming through the windows. It doesn't happen right away, but then later it happens. But I feel like this game goes for a lot more, and it really takes advantage of that technology.
Oh!
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
That poor guy's face.
Oh, man.
Have you ever been so drunk at a table in a restaurant that your head just fell off? And then you turned into bugs?
Made of alcohol came out? No, I don't think that's happened. What about Ben's like, I don't know.
Lord knows I have.
Oh, man. But this is actually one of my bummers. He's kind of a cool villain. You don't have to fight him now, so I'm just going to leave and just trigger the cutscene.
Oh, his face.
That's going to happen whether I shoot him or not.
So don't waste the ammo.
Yeah.
That's the key with games like this, like with the first set of Resident Evil, and in 4 and 5, is don't use bullets you don't have to.
Yep.
Like, if you can ever run around a zombie just for the love of science, just do that.
Look at the bad boy slow-mo shot right here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, this was originally 2002, right?
Yep.
So this was coming fresh off the heels of The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. Everyone was going for slow-mo then.
Oh, man.
Yep.
You okay?
Remember that time that Max Payne was the only game that did that?
Yep. And you got the thumbs up, okay. I
Yep.
mean, Billy was always such this weird character to me. Like, I never really quite gelled with him the way. Oh man, and the fact that the villain,
of the tribal
villain
tattoos
sings like a 10-year-old boy. I don't understand.
It's beautiful. It's art.
He's got a falsetto like you would not believe. This dude, like seriously. But this is one of the villains of the game. Obviously, they're alluding to that. He
Spooky
is
zombie man.
not happy, and he's in the rain.
Who is that guy?
And now the train is moving, and you're seeing chandeliers, and you're seeing a lot of other pieces start to move.
Yeah. Now, did they move like this in the original as well, or no?
They did. Yeah,
Okay.
no, they totally went for. I think that was the vibe that the original Resident Evil 0 like nailed. It's just okay. We're on a moving train with pre-rendered backgrounds. What could we do with that? And they honestly
Make bits and pieces here and there.
came up
shimmy
with
and
some
shake.
good
Cool.
stuff.
Scott McLean on Twitter wants to know
Ooh.
if you specifically want to see another RE remake with like the classic tank controls and pre-rendered backgrounds and all that. So like I guess the only option you would really have would be either Code Veronica or 2 or Nemesis. I suppose they could redo Nemesis, but I
those
hope they
three,
don't.
I'd love to see 2
Me too.
redone. I think that's been a fan favorite for a while now.
I mean, honestly, that's still in probably even my top 10 games of all time. I
Yeah.
love Resident Evil 2.
Uh-oh.
I've heard tale that they're trying to do a proper reboot remake.
There's been
like
some
from the
talk.
ground up, but I thought that also got shut down because it wasn't official.
So check out this. There was an unofficial remake of 2 trying to put it together based on the original assets they showed because 2 changed drastically. So I just want to call attention to things like chandeliers. You see these bottles right here, which I'm standing right next to them, but when I move over here, you just see them sort of swaying back and forth.
Yeah,
they
just
do
with
a
the motion
lot
of
of
the
that here on top of just really good shadow work.
Yeah.
I think
Flames look really good too. The firework and the smoke effects look really solid.
Yeah, no, they. So that's just the start of it, though. Let's go up this ladder. We're actually gonna go outside the train.
Going
right
outside.
Now. Yep.
That's some dangerous stuff.
Danger.
Danger.
So we're gonna
High
go
voltage.
outside, and this is where I feel like they really showed it off. And I think that on this remake, Capcom did a good job of bringing this shot back. This
so
shot's
weathry.
Fantastic. Yeah. I mean,
this actually looks really, really beautiful. This looks really nice.
Yeah. I think that this
I'm curious
style
where
of
those
game,
light sources are coming from, though.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, that's right, because they're only on one side. They're not on the other.
They're in the middle of the woods, though.
That too.
Like, why would there be lights hanging out in the woods? I mean, I
You
get it.
You can't give it too much thought, but I hear you.
I have to. Though. I really must.
Resident Evil games don't deserve that much thought. All right, I'm gonna switch over to Billy. Or should I actually let me try and do this as Rebecca? Actually, we're doing like a weird dance here because the animation on this walk is a little weird.
Yeah, I've only ever done this section as Rebecca.
Yeah.
I never tried it as Billy.
You mean activating the power and then falling in?
The thing on, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Did Billy get stuck for you?
Yeah, I got.
interesting.
You can actually trigger different events with different people depending on certain situations. So if we reconnect the cable as Rebecca, she falls in the room. If we reconnect it as Billy, he falls in the room.
Cool.
So I'm actually gonna.
Sorry, I can't say your name. It's just a bunch of letters mashed together. We are responding to this one and on IGN's Twitch and on Twitter as well at IGN with the hashtag IGN Plays Live. So you can talk to us and we will read your comments and your ridiculous usernames.
That's right.
Hey, you found gun bullets.
Yeah, we got bullets, so we're going to give those to Billy, but since we've fallen in this room, we're going to have to use that elevator chute. We also have...
the good old RE puzzles.
Yeah, another train key. So one thing that classic Resident Evil used to do that I feel has fallen slightly to the wayside with some of the newer installments.
Well, I think we can safely say that 4 still had some of those puzzly elements. 5 and 6 are action games.
Yeah,
they're not puzzle games. They are not necessarily survival horror. They are horror action.
Yeah.
Where you're going to have a machine gun and you're going to kill a bunch of stuff that looks like monsters and zombies.
Absolutely.
Which is fine. I think that's a totally viable option.
Yeah, I liked 5 more than 6, just to put that out there. But I do agree with you that there was more of an action-y vibe to them. So this says the conductor's room on it. If you examine items, you just get a little closer description of what it's for. A lot like, ironically, Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where in those games, a lot of the story is left up to you, kind of, examining items. And
well, I mean, it was the same way for the first Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 as well. I mean, you get the basic storyline of what happens, to Chris and to Jill with, Wesker and Barry and all that.
Yep.
But then if you bother to explore the world, there's a lot of really great environmental storytelling done in the first 3 or 4 games.
Yep. So the only thing with this system, with this buddy system of this co-op system, is that your buddy character, if you have them on attack mode, so you see over
Billy,
there on the left.
Someone was asking who is the guy with the terrible tribal tattoo.
Oh yeah,
his name is Billy.
Billy Cohen. I wonder if that tattoo was inspired in any way by From Dusk Till Dawn. Was that movie out yet in 2000?
Dusk Till Dawn was the late 90s.
Late 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's where that.
Actually, that might even be the early 90s. I think that was like 94, 95.
Yeah, that's where I think the idea for his tattoo came from.
He's basically George Clooney. Is that what you're saying? Billy Cohen is supposed to be George Clooney.
A little bit. So we're gonna send that downstairs. But this swapping system has pluses and minuses. So the plus being that, so we're going to swap back to Billy, who's still on top of the train.
Oh, look at that, just hanging out on a train.
Yeah, just hanging out. Didn't get hit by any signs, thank God. The system itself has some interesting ideas because basically you can have the other person hold on to important things while you hang on to like the ammo and stuff like that. However,
both your inventories are incredibly small.
Yeah, incredibly small. And one of the things that I think started with Resident Evil 0, and somebody in the comments, please correct me, there were never items in my memory that took up 2 slots of inventory.
Not until 4.
Okay, so they have them in Remaster, and it drives me crazy.
I don't know if it was in the original RE0 or not, because I never played this originally.
Yeah, no, RE0 had that, and it's something that, like, okay, if I want to pick up a shotgun, well, I've got... So she's trapped in this room, by the way. I can't get her out because there's something stuck in the doorknob on the other side.
Bogus.
So I'm going to run down and just go to the service elevator. But anyway, to that point, though, that... you swap inventory between these two. If your other character is set to attack, he's going to use up your bullets. Like, it isn't like future Resident Evils. The co-op partner had their own ammo, and that became, like, less of an issue, especially with RE6. With RE0, they might be firing stuff that you're going to need, and so you kind of sometimes find yourself setting them in this passive mode.
You can still trade and send weapons and ammo between the two characters.
Yeah, you can ask them to idle, but you're putting them at risk, and sometimes you do have to save them. So we're going to take this conductor's key. Billy knows it's a conductor's key, magically, even though he didn't examine the key itself, but that's okay. We're just going to look around this kitchen.
Man really wants a Dino Crisis remaster. To be honest, I am totally with you on that. I would absolutely play another Dino Crisis.
I don't know if they can get the dinosaurs back from space, man. I mean, like, wasn't that the last game?
I only played the first one.
Okay. Oh, I forgot the ammo. No.
What did you do?
Ben, don't give me a dirty look for a bad joke. I said it. Dino Crisis 3 happened. It happened.
And the good news is a bunch of people are saying that the RE2 remake is apparently officially happening.
Okay.
I'm gonna look into this a little bit further whilst
Yeah. There was some talk.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna live to see it, I guess. So I need to give Billy some ammo. I'm just gonna send that down the elevator. This is one of the few times they're separated by an elevator. They don't reuse this gag until much later. Just wanted to bring that to people's attention in case they're like, well, do you have to switch through the whole game? Usually they're a little closer proximity for this stuff. It's just that early on, I feel like the developer was trying to teach, you that you are going to be going through this kind of stuff.
So it looks like, according to a story we have on IGN from a while ago, actually.
It's happening. Yeah.
It looks like it is in fact happening. From one of their R&D divisions, Division 1.
Yep.
Is the name of that studio. So hopefully that'll be super rad, and then we'll see it sometime soon.
So
and that they don't decide to cancel it.
So one thing you have to be careful with, John, is if you leave a character in a room where there are zombies and you swap to someone else, that person is at risk. And in some cases,
totally.
if that person's set to idle, they are going to get attacked.
If they're not in a state
killed.
to murder folks, like
Yeah.
if you take all of their bullets, for example, they're probably going to die.
Yeah, and they'll call you on the radio like, "Come help me!" If you don't hurry up
where
and get
did you
to that
go?
room, yeah, you're done for. So this is kind of the consequence of the different sort of movement controls. You're going to notice sometimes I'll go through a door and then go promptly back out.
Right.
And that's because, from what I could tell, the analog doesn't always shift quickly. Oh man, wait, zombie. Oh,
Yeah, it moves a
and we
little
got
bit slower than
headshot.
you might expect.
All right, so he's out. Oh, there he is.
Carson Darby wants to know what systems this is. We've already covered it, but I'll tell you
Yeah,
again.
we're on Xbox One.
We're on Xbox One right now. It's also coming to PS4 and PC, as well as getting a digital release on PS3 and Xbox 360. So you can play all the RE games that you want, whenever you like.
Oh man, he's twitching.
Good.
So one way you can tell if an enemy is still up ahead, and this is something I've liked to do in Resident Evil since I think Director's Cut, is if you push the aim button, if he snaps forward, that usually means there's something in front of you that you need to be shooting at.
Well, because it does auto-lock, and I think you can actually swap targets in the remake now.
They started, well, I don't really swap targets that often, but they do have a button for it, which is much easier than trying to guide him left or right on the controls. So I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, wait, so here's an example of the snapping happening.
Yep.
That's bad.
Well, you can hear it, too.
Yeah, that too.
It's where I don't hear any
So I'm
shambling,
going to hop
though.
up to Rebecca really quick just to demonstrate how someone can be in a lot of trouble. I just want to make sure this room is completely...
It's locked. It's clear. It's empty.
Yep. All right.
You found all the things. Congratulations.
Sweet. All right, let's go back to Billy, who is
See,
in a...
he's still totally fine.
I think he shot someone, though. Yep,
Oh, he shot
did.
the zombie. There
Yeah,
we go.
so
Great job.
He defended himself, just so you're aware. Now, if I had set him to idle, which you can see over here, your partner character, you can put controls on them, he won't shoot.
Yeah,
so
he'll
he'll
just
just
stand
be
there
there
and
being
get
live
beaten to death.
zombie food. No preservation instincts. That's right, Ben. You heard it here. I actually lost a character that way this weekend. I forgot. She was completely idle, and then she calls me on the radio. I'm in trouble, and then I look over, and yeah, it ended quickly. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So once again, just pointing out the stuff I was pointing to earlier. You've got shades that now flap in the wind. You've got
now that that window's broken,
plants
you can see
that
it's all raining
move.
inside.
Yep. You've got all this stuff going down. So let's just go in one of these rooms. Room 201
I think you'll
or
find some
202.
ammo in 202.
Oh, nice. The
Wikis!
Wikis, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Yeah, and this is a room designed to... Oh, see the wine bottles moving? I'm sorry if this is ridiculously, like, nerdy, but these are the things that really stand out to me.
We are nerds.
Yeah.
I'm nerdy and proud.
That's what we get paid for. All right, let's grab this. Passenger's Diary, July 14th. You want to do a dramatic reading, or are you okay?
I'm good.
Are you sure? Come on, you have
Orders
theater
came
in your
today from the
background.
boss.
Oh, sorry.
You gotta do the thing. If I'm gonna...
all right.
Looks like we're in charge of investigating the remains of the Arklay Mountains laboratory. We're moving in 2 groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned experiment. Next, July 16th. Unfortunately, the test production of BOWs type Y139 had to be suspended because of this investigation. It's the same with type Y139. Nope. Close it. I'm done. I can't read
What
anymore.
happened? You were doing so well.
I don't read
Type
good.
1 in the chat if you want John to keep reading.
No, we're not doing that.
Please,
Keep going.
please.
I'll tell you what. Type 1 in the chat if you want me to read the next thing.
All
that we
right,
get to.
June 19th. You could get through this one. Come on.
The day is finally approaching. I'm growing more anxious. The Raccoon City newspapers and TV stations are full of reports about bizarre murders in the suburbs. Can't be the virus, can it? Because if it is... No, can't think of that now. I have to concentrate on this investigation. Make sure it goes smoothly. Exit.
Ladies, he is
There we
not
go.
available. He's taken. Wait, that's truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure. So this room specifically is for later on. You can swap. I thought you could swap sort of items through it, but I could be wrong. It just seems like that kind
panel
of idea.
in the door.
Yeah, just like,
You
hey,
can't.
take this.
It's just a hole in the door. There's literally nothing of use in that cabinet. The game told you so itself.
Okay, never mind. I thought that was there for that reason. I could be wrong. All right, let's go in 201. Hopefully there's no zombies.
Aw,
too
a
much.
bunch of ones from you guys. I don't know what 2 means, though.
2 means no, I think.
Oh. I would think 0 would mean no.
I guess. Take the green herb. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you get that herb.
Yep.
And you can save if you want. You can read some stuff.
So Rebecca actually has. So that was another thing with these 2 characters is in classic Resident Evil fashion, one is better at certain things than the other.
Right.
I'm gonna let you off the hook on the reading.
Yes, you are.
Some bad things happen. Sorry. In that letter, there's an ink ribbon here. So my favorite thing about this system that they've come up with, like Resident Evil has always been about classic Resident Evil has always been about this inventory management. You need ink ribbons to save, yada yada yada. Okay, you've heard that spiel and that bit. However,
right.
One of the things that I feel Resident Evil 0 did right is that they got rid of save room storage boxes. You notice we were in a save room, but there wasn't a storage box in sight, and that's because you can just hit a button and drop an item anywhere.
Yep. Which is super handy.
Super handy because you don't have to do a lot of backtracking like you used to do. You'll see the item right there, and you'll see a glow, like a hint to it from unnatural lighting, but it is meant to just catch your eye. He's dead. We talked to him.
Paul Fletch wants to know if this is totally redone or just an upscale and a rehash. I'm going to assume it's the latter. They haven't rebuilt any of these assets from the ground up.
I don't think they did. They may have had to redo some of the animations or just up-res them, but I don't think it was a top-to-bottom remake in a sense. So we're going to throw the conductor's key away. We're going to the conductor's office.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, didn't they add a new gameplay mode to it as well?
They added a new gameplay mode that I haven't unlocked.
What is it, though? Do we know? Is it like survival mode or just
a playable
super duper hard?
Wesker. It's a playable Wesker section.
Ugh.
Well, you don't like Wesker?
I love Wesker as a character,
like
but I'm so dumb. I'm so done with having to play as him. Like the whole on-rail shooter for whatever it was, Chronicles or something. Like, I was just like, you know what? Stop. Like, once you showed me him melting in a volcano with a big monster arm, I was like, okay, he's dumb now.
Man, she got bit up pretty bad. She's still on caution.
Yeah. RE1 Wesker was rad, but that's it. Like, he was a good bad guy for that game because he was just a guy. He wasn't some super weird monster.
I do think that Wesker has gotten weirder and weirder with each game.
Oh, he totally has.
Yeah, and he's become this mutated.
He's like triple, double, extra weird in the movies.
Yeah.
I know they're not connected at all.
With cheese, if you can believe it. So we're going to leave the briefcase for now because I don't really need it at the moment. We're going to need it later.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. And that's another cool thing. Like, if you know what you have and what you need, you can just sort of leave things lying around. And I don't need herbs right now. So
we have a stellar walkthrough for this up on IGN Wikis, if you so decide to ask for a little bit of help.
You saying if I get stuck, I have a place I can go right now to help me?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And there is. You should go there.
Sweet.
IGN.com/wikis/Resident Evil.
So we can't open that briefcase yet because we need a specific item.
Little button.
Stuff. You are dead. We can't get through here because this is locked.
Yep.
All right, so I've got to do some remembering as to where we have to go. So if you'll excuse me, just going to run through here. I need a specific item.
So,
I have nothing.
Guy on Twitch named Game Points says, on top of what Wesker becoming weirder and weirder, he just says that the whole franchise has become weirder and weirder as they've gone on. And kind of gets me thinking, like, he makes the point, like, what would you think about an entire fresh reboot? Like, seeing Resident Evil, like, if Capcom says, you know what, we're taking all of this ridiculous lore with Umbrella and the Las Plagas virus and, Eminem or whoever the guy was in 6, just saying, know what, that did not, none of that happened. It wasn't Eminem, it was just some guy.
No,
but he looked like Eminem.
I know what you mean.
Saying, you know what, none of this happened, we're going to start fresh. It's the stars, maybe, Umbrella, maybe, and some zombies.
Well, and I think that horror games have learned to take themselves a little more seriously, but at the same time, keep you on the edge of your seat. Games like Amnesia have happened. Games like Slender Man have happened, where horror is they're going for very non-conventional forms of horror, things that are meant to sort of scare you or just.
They're going for
non-traditional names of even exploring of combat of like I don't think you can even fight in Amnesia. You're just afraid of losing your mind.
I feel like the most popular horror games now are a lot more about environment and the aesthetic of just really terrifying locations.
Yep.
And that, if they were to remake the first, like, let's say they just decided to remake Resident Evil 1 from the ground up as a modern game, so, you get third-person camera, you get everything else. I don't necessarily think it would work unless they just said, you know what, let's make it a straight-up action game. But if you made it more like Amnesia or Soma, where it's first person, you have maybe 2 bullets, or like Condemned or Criminal Origins, I thought was a great horror game.
Okay.
Because you still had to fight. It was still a little bit actiony, so you still had that combat needs satisfied. But every single time you had to get into it, it was a horrifying risk.
Wasn't there a terrifying scene with a bear and Condemned?
That was 2, yeah. A bear just smashes through a cabin and tries to eat you.
People got very afraid, of that thing. No, I agree with all that. I just think, a reboot might make a lot of sense. I feel like it did get weirder and weirder. I mean, I feel like 0 is just sort of the peak of weirdness. Like, there are enemy types. There are mutated leeches, orangutans. Sorry, I think I missed something in the
What are you looking
conductor's
for?
room. Well, I need a screwdriver, and I need...
you need to... Did you push the switch?
That's what I didn't do. That's what I'm going to go do. Yeah.
Wikis.
I know. No, I was right there on the wall, too. I'm just here like, wait, did I forget something?
No, it's literally a big red blinking button.
I know.
There's a switch there.
I did it at home.
Should you flip it? You should flip it.
I should flip it and go to the roof. I love that the conductor had his own way out in case he needed to bail.
Oh, well, he knows this train's passing through Raccoon City, and he knows Umbrella owns that town. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build my own escape route just in case. No, see, the thing is, though, it's not an escape route because it's a lead up to the bar.
Okay, so
the conductor's a drunk. This is the most dangerous train ever, and that's before we get to all the zombies that are on it.
Oh, man,
that's And it looks like it pops up behind the bar, so he's just the bartender, too.
Yep. And you hear that? That's something bad.
That's a monster I don't like.
Now I remember what we're doing. Okay,
so talking about a reboot, let's say.
Yeah, no, I think a reboot would be really smart.
Well, Matt Reeves wants to know, do you think it would benefit from an open world style of gameplay? And that's the thing. I feel like.
I mean, if you want DayZ, maybe. Like, I don't think like that's more of a survivor's tale.
I feel like
a
Resident Evil open world game would just end up being Dead Rising, and I feel like Dead Rising has already done the zombie open world game kind of to almost the best it could be.
Yeah,
because it was actiony, it was satisfying, the zombies were fun, but it also wasn't like super overly serious. We're gonna try and make you feel alone in the world.
Yep.
And that's not okay, man. There's a super fancy gun down the hall.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm just showing off this jittery sign.
Yeah. Sign physics confirmed.
Sign physics all up in this. Let's just go through here. No, I know. There's a big hunting rifle, which you probably want to use against the first boss.
I actually, when I fought the first boss, I was able to just use the pistol and like.
Really?
Yeah, look, do you want to know the secret?
Just shoot him in the.
Yeah, just back up all the way to the wall,
yeah.
And just like as he's about to be like, just be like, bang.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I mean, the only thing is you have to time when to reload, so just keep track of your bullet count, and you'll be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna take this first aid spray, but if you know Resident Evil,
how many bullets
first
do you
aid
have?
Spray. Oh, we have a lot.
But do you have a lot?
We should. Wait, but where's my shotgun?
It's on the bed.
Oh, okay.
You have to move a little bit, but you can't carry it right now, anyways.
You're right, I can't. Okay, so we're gonna leave the ice pick and we're gonna leave the knife.
You can just leave it here. You don't really need it.
I guess I don't.
All right, no, fine.
The
Take
hunting
the
rifle's
shotgun.
not that good actually, because of the way you hold it.
Right.
I feel like I did this with Rebecca, and she keeps it like up here, which is just like all kinds of weird.
It's also good. It's only got 2 bullets, and it takes a little while to reload.
It does, but you could just jump to the menu and then quickly combine.
Yeah, that's one of those tricks that I always thought was kind of a cheese.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try the John Ryan way, and if I fail, I'm sorry. Do you want to do this part?
I mean, I can give it a shot.
Okay.
If not, you just back up against the wall, and then make sure you're aware of your bullet count.
Okay.
And just anytime he lines up to strike, just take a shot at him. I mean, it takes.
I could do it unless you want to do it.
It takes.
I'll leave an open invitation.
It takes longer without the shotgun. I'm probably gonna get killed here.
So I'm gonna answer the open world question. I personally don't want to see Resident Evil as an open world game. I think we've reached kind of a critical mass, in my opinion, with open world. I like open world games in the fact that there is a ton of things to do, but I think that the list of things to do has to make sense in terms of you know, the game and the style. And I think that Dead Rising already kind of does that to an extent. Like, I don't think
Oh man, that poor
Resident
lamp.
Evil really gains a lot from being this huge survival horror
Right.
open world simulator. I could be wrong. I'm sure there are some people out there who wouldn't mind it, but
Yep.
I like these more focused stories, very resource strapped
And
stories.
giant bug monsters.
And this is one of my gripes with RE0. I just feel like the bosses.
oh wait, what the heck?
Oh, I changed controls.
God!
You need the default controls back. I got you. I got
No,
you.
no,
I
just
got
tell
you.
me what the aim
Pull
is.
the aim, shoot.
Okay,
just like
great.
traditional
Just like
games.
real games.
Yeah, just like real games today.
That was a really mean
Yeah,
thing to say.
you're welcome. It kinda
And now we're
was.
just gonna do this for like 5 minutes.
All right, John Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. Two shots.
Oh,
Count with me now.
it takes like a couple of clips.
3. Really?
But I'd rather use this ammo than the
4.
shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, you got a Scorpion as the first boss. He is kind of ugly.
Yeah, he's real ugly.
That was 6, I think.
7.
Okay.
No, that was 7 right there.
7. 8.
I'm really glad you're counting so that I can actually keep track of when I need to reload.
I would have just checked by now. You do know there's a. Oh, I'm just gonna let you shoot.
It's all right. Just, wait,
got
what's
this.
your menu button?
No. Oh, it's still X. It hasn't changed.
Okay.
Sweet. Combine. John Ryan masterfully showing you how it's done.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't you try and hit me with both.
Man, where were you when I started? I got wrecked. I should have
Man,
talked to you
I'm using
about
that
it.
IGN wiki.
Oh, really? So this wiki was pre-John Ryan Jam.
Yeah.
Like, this was back
This was written when it was originally
Yeah, when the
released.
game
But the good
originally
news
released.
is there's not much different in the actual gameplay.
No, yeah, they haven't changed a lot.
So we'll be updating it, of course, with any new stuff, as well as any collectible locations that you might want to find, like all the notes and stuff, and also full video of it in 1080p in case you just want to watch those puzzles.
I know this is a pie-in-the-sky thing, but I wish with all these remakes, Capcom had embedded a little bit of a code in each one for what
Yeah.
the next Resident Evil would be. I think there is an audience of people devoted enough still to this franchise that they would have picked apart and pieced it all together and
Totally.
said, this is it, oh my god. But, I guess that also depends on if Capcom knew where it was going at the time.
Yeah, there we go.
Or not.
Hopefully it doesn't hit me when there's like these death throws.
Yeah, so it can. You cannot
Oh, I
approach
know.
this
I got
boss
hit the
during
first
this
time I
part.
played it.
Yeah, me too.
And boom!
Scene, ladies
Oh,
and
it's all
gentlemen.
smoky and gooey.
Ew.
Gross.
Oh, that's nasty.
So there you
Look how
go. Sorry, my
this
hands
is
are all
out.
sweaty.
Oh, that's fine. You did well.
Thank you.
Look at the room. It's transformed.
I know
This
it's
is
all
the stuff
smashed
I love.
and ruined.
You gotta
Such a bummer.
appreciate this. Oh, there it is. All right, I was looking for this. I actually wanted this. Shoot. I'm gonna leave the first aid spray because that's.
But it's delicious first aid spray.
Yeah, no, we'll leave it. So anything you miss on the train, I believe, gets left in the later wreckage of the
All right,
train.
somebody wants to know how many hits it was for that first boss battle. So let's have a look
How
at
many
what our
clips
ammo
did
count
you...
is.
Oh, whoops.
I think it was 2.5 clips. So we have 1265. That is 77. I can't do math. I play video games. That's 77. We started off with. So it's about 30 rounds, 35 rounds for that first boss. If you're using the pistol, if you use the shotgun, it would probably be about half of that.
Yeah. That was really impressive. I like that. That was a good strat. Yeah. Was that in the original wiki, or was that
Yeah.
like just...
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, smart. Okay. I read the part on the bat boss. They did not help me. Yes, there's a bat boss in the game.
Bat boss?
Yes.
Is it Batman? Do you have to fight
Man-Bat.
Batman? Oh, it's Man-Bat. Is it just straight up Man-Bat from the animated series?
Felt like it. All right, let's just roll out here. We're going to go reunite with Rebecca.
Somebody on YouTube is really craving some cheesecake, and you know what? It's not fair because now I am too.
Oh.
Right? Like,
Yeah, that's
Isn't
not
it just
nice.
so good?
That's not nice. No, thank you.
oh well.
No bueno. All right, I haven't saved yet. Should I?
You should probably
go about
save.
doing
Well,
that?
you don't really need. There isn't anything really dangerous coming up
Yeah.
in the
that's
immediate
why I'm
future. So, go
well,
grab Rebecca, come back to the save point, and then save.
She needs to
Because
heal.
you got to come back this way anyways.
She's hurting. Yeah, and these guys will be back. Ooh, what happened to that guy? Like, ugh.
He got leeched in the
I don't
face to
know.
death.
It looks that way. He's all swollen. And then this guy with his arm swaying. I don't think that was doing that earlier.
So Forgotten Beast wants to know why you made the conscious decision to leave the first aid spray instead of
Because
herbs?
first aid spray usually using it in Resident Evil results in subtractions from your score at the end of the game.
Really?
Like you rank lower because you used first aid spray. At least that's how it used to be.
That's some
I
nonsense.
don't remember if Zero used that mechanic. I want to say it does. But yeah, if you were using first aid spray, if you were all up in, I was like, well, yeah.
But,
say,
like, it
say
feels
goodbye
so
to your,
good.
and it does.
It's like
actually.
Solocane. That's
It is kind of weird that first aid comes in a spray.
Maybe
in
it's
this
like
world.
that stuff from Firefly where it's just like shaving cream that hardens.
Yep. Oh, I remember that. I
Right? Wasn't
forgot
that so
about
cool?
Yeah, that was
That's the
kinda
stuff
cool.
that I want. Like, I want the future when the future becomes now. I
Mhm.
want that stuff. That's
All
what
right.
I want.
So we're gonna send Rebecca
kinda
the
already
ice
have
pick
that, actually,
so
with
she
liquid
can
stitches.
get out of the upstairs room. I should probably send her some ammo too, because she doesn't really have.
Well,
any.
you're going to be back in the same room in like
Yeah,
2 seconds.
I'm actually gonna run upstairs.
Just, you probably want to reload. Just make sure you're full up.
Oh
There's
yeah, no, I
zombies
did.
upstairs.
I did earlier.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I remember there's a zombie there.
Just 2 zombies.
2 zombies.
I know.
What?
And they're on fire.
Oh man, it's like an awesome Mad Lib happening right here. Check that out. Hotness.
That was only 4 bullets.
It was 4 bullets.
Is he down?
Nah, he's just dropped. He's
Okay.
probably getting
Usually
back up.
usually the guys who are on fire only take 5.
Oh, got it.
Maybe
Wait.
you got lucky though.
Oh no. He's
No,
snapped.
there he is. He's
snapped.
back.
Come
He's
on.
Back.
2. All right, now it's 5. Anybody else? Nope. Let's just take a peek.
So, since they are confirmed to be doing an RE2 remake,
Aha.
would you want to see a Nemesis remake as well?
Oh, Nemesis is so scary. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Nemesis
I thought
was
Nemesis was
terrifying.
so dumb.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, okay,
that
not
guy
dumb,
kicks the
but,
door
like-
open. He follows you for like 5 or 6 screens. Look at Ben. Ben is
freaking out right now.
Yeah.
Our producer Ben is having.
Dude.
Really? See, I guess it.
I was scaring the crap out of a little brother at the time who kept
Nice.
coming in the room to watch the game, and I'm like, "Listen, this is scary. You're not gonna like this." And then
No, it's fine. I can handle
Nemesis
it. No, you
kicks
can't,
the door
boy.
open. The kid leaves the room crying. He tells
I don't know.
mom.
I feel like
that's-
after the first time that he shows up, like when he kills off Chicken Heart Vickers,
Oh,
he's like that was awesome because I always hated Brad.
Tentacle in the face.
I had always resented him ever since RE1.
yep. No, and that game specifically has a moment where you get to let out all this pent-up aggression from like 12 hours or 15 hours of this thing chasing after you the entire
Yeah.
game. And if you don't have enough ammo to do it, it is one of the most disappointing moments.
And frustrating.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So here we're going to just exchange some ammo. This is, again, one of the systems that you have in this game. You can sort of swap ammo between both characters. I'm going to give her some of that. She also needs an herb. So
Or
we're
some first
going
aid spray.
to,
Why do you care about your score?
I do. Yeah, why do I care? This is just a work thing. It's true. My save file, my separate save file somewhere
Uh-huh.
else. But you're making me want to replay from the beginning just because that boss was so easy.
Right?
You destroyed that boss. That was awesome.
There's almost always a way to do that in these
Yeah.
games. I mean,
I thought
the
you were
only
going to say there's always a bigger fish. I was like,
there
all right,
is always a
Liam.
bigger fish though.
Sure.
Wait, all right, what?
All right, Qui-Gon.
Quint?
What?
Oh, you're talking about from Star Wars.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
There
I thought
we
you were talking
go.
about Jaws.
Star Wars prequel, Resident Evil prequel. I bring these for you. So I forgot
Don't.
to tell her to come with me. So she's just
Whoops.
sitting upstairs. So I'm just going to run back downstairs. There's also a fun thing you can exploit where if let's say there's a dangerous area of enemies to run through.
Yep.
You could leave the other character by the door, run through the maze, get to the end, and then say, "Hey, join me." And the minute they start running, step through the door, and they automatically show up with you on the
Interesting.
other side.
That's really smart.
So in order to tell him to come along, Ben's gonna love this. Ready?
This way.
Yeah.
So I'm
Just a
gonna invite
big
you to
ol'
lunch
wave.
from now on. I'm just gonna come over to your desk this way,
I hope so.
John.
You've never done that.
Not yet.
You should start doing that all the time.
Mhm.
Did you
Come.
grab the hook thingy?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
cool.
just double checking that I didn't leave anything. Yeah, I got the hook thingy. Also, with the right analog stick, check this out. Oh yeah.
Oh,
You can't do that. You don't have
It is
these
a
moves.
dance party.
Yeah, so you could wiggle both sticks and move both characters.
Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly,
Yeah,
wiggly.
wiggle it just a little bit. All right, here we go. Moving on. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. I did that for you, Ben Junka. Uh-huh. All right, so we need a tool to open this panel. Let's do that. How are we doing on time, Ben?
We're gold.
Sweet. Okay, so we're only going to stream this for the first hour, but I kind of want to finish the train section before we move on to the original Resident
Well, I
Evil.
mean, is the hour hard off for us?
We just can't show anything past the train. We've
Just
been
keep
asked
going to the end of the train
not-
segment?
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna totally go to the end of the train. So, do you want Billy to go through the crawl space or Rebecca to go through the crawl space?
Who's got more gun bullets?
I think they have. I think it's
About
her
equal?
actually.
Then I would say send Miranda through.
Let Rebecca go. All right. They did. Yeah, sorry.
Rebecca Chambers? I've always liked Rebecca Chambers. Not the books. She got a whole couple of books to herself.
Man,
But-
I actually read one of those books.
I read four
several
of those books.
I used to go to the
every one
library
of
and be
those
like,
books.
what? Oh, snap. They both went through. Ah, shoot. Shoot the dog.
Shoot the dog in the dog face.
Ooh. All right.
There it
PETA
goes.
does not like this game.
No,
right.
well,
All
To be
right.
fair,
no more
nobody really
dogs.
likes
I guess they both went through. I thought only one would go. All right.
well, if they're set to team, then they'll both go through the door.
So we need. That's right. So we need the.
That's what opens the
the
briefcase,
gold
right?
ring. Yeah, that's right. So wait, does this door open now?
I think you can unlock
Yeah,
it.
you unlock it. All right. No, this is really funny because if you left the other character on the other side, actually, I'm not going to spoil
I'll go
it.
check
I'm
over
going
there.
to have Rebecca just go out there. How many bullets do you have? I just want to make sure.
Several.
I already gave it away if I'm checking how many bullets she has.
Who is it?
Wait for it. You got to wait for it.
Is it Wesker?
Maybe.
What's up, Rebecca?
I just picture him saying, "Oh, it's cold in
Fridge
here."
zombie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so glad to be out of there. Wait, why are you shooting me?
Yeah, kind of cold in there.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it is a freezer. I'm curious as to why when you shoot him, he doesn't just shatter. Because he's been in a freezer.
It wasn't that cold, but apparently it was
I guess
cold
he
enough
hasn't
to
been in there
not
long
die
enough.
from like 8 bullets. What the heck, man? You've been in the freezer. All right, he's out, and I'm limping again. Let's pick these up. These are empty
Ooh.
bottles. You can make Molotovs. This is one of the. I think this is the only Resident Evil I could remember. One of the first Resident Evils, rather,
Yeah.
before 4, to use Molotovs.
Interesting.
I thought it was really smart because you just drop it in front of you. So there are certain enemies in the game that you just wreck with that thing.
But doesn't it set you on fire?
No, it doesn't. Actually,
Really?
it doesn't. It never hit me. Dropped it on a mutant cockroach. That's
Gross.
right. I did.
Gross.
So we're
So-
gonna combine those. We got Molotovs now.
Nice.
She's got the
Wait, what
gold
did you combine
ring.
them with?
The gas canister.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, you have to
cool.
put them both together. Also, Rebecca's the only person in the party who can.
Should probably use that first aid spray.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Ugh,
I mean, you've got an herb.
I do.
And there are also those herbs up in the top car.
Yeah, that I could just
that you can
combine
combine
the green
into
and red herb.
yeah.
And
Is that
drown
still
with it.
super health in this?
I'm sorry.
Is that still
Oh,
like
wait, let me-
super health in this?
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna bring her along. What do you mean super health?
Well, red and green.
Oh yeah, red and green make better
Yeah.
potion. Yeah, absolutely. No, totally. All right. Let's go through here. Woo!
Oh
All right.
man, that weather effect.
Yep. So it's the release lever. Let's pull it. So while
Josh
she's
Martin
holding the lever,
says-
you have to have someone else grab the item. No, what you got?
Okay.
What's the question?
Josh Martin over on YouTube wants to say that if they do make an RE7, Rebecca should be the main character, just because no one wants to have her be forgotten.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, what's up, Harpoon Gun?
Yeah. Kind
Um,
of sucks you can't shoot this at enemies, but you
Really?
can.
They just
you
called it a
can
hook
have
shot?
Your Batman. Yeah, you do have your Batman moments with it though, where you just. It's got an operator's manual. We don't want that.
Great, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. I don't read. I'm not reading these instructions. So that closed. I'm gonna bring her with me.
Okay.
Let's go, Rebecca. We gotta get you mended.
Counterlife is going to name his first son Tank Controls.
Really?
I hope so. I mean, he said it on the internet, so it must be true.
Don't worry, your wife's not gonna object with that at all. Or
mean-
partner, or whatever. Like you're not. I don't know. That's an uphill battle.
She might not. She could be just as rude.
I don't even know what to say.
Naming a child Tank Controls is rude.
Yeah, I guess. All right, let's go through here. Sorry, Ben, that was for you. All synchronized spinning is
be like
for
naming the
Ben
kid
Jonka,
Whoops.
our producer. Like naming the kid Whoops. Okay. Let's go. Oh, ooh, why are you stopping?
Surprise zombies.
Stop.
Oh, look out behind you.
Keep shooting.
Everybody shoot all the zombies in the face.
Come here, come here, come here. You got to come here. All right. All right, we got enough bullets. We don't have to worry about this.
Yeah. And don't forget,
Once
guys,
you
we
hear
are
that,
on YouTube and Twitch, but you can also hit us up on Twitter at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Jose, I'm sorry to have interrupted
Oh no,
you.
that's fine. So you'll notice during that fight, I kind of moved her out of the way quickly because I didn't want her to get bit. She's already been
She's already in a
injured
bad way.
a little. Let's just see if anything's.
You
gonna
can see it
pop. No.
because she's holding her
Yeah,
spleen,
Oh, no! Stop aiming at things.
but now you
Uh-oh.
have to aim at things.
Yeah, now you do.
Oh, that guy's the back of his head eaten off.
I gotta gonna step in front.
The weird
take
thing
one
is,
for
like,
the
I'm
team.
going to assume that these people all get turned into zombies by those weird little leech monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But why are some of them eaten, then? Because they clearly all get attacked by leeches, not by other zombies. Because, like, some of them look like they've been half-eaten. Like, that one dude had the back of his skull smashed open.
Okay.
And, like, little bits of brain goo were, like,
That's
falling
right,
out. So it's
that's
like,
right.
what happened to him that made that happen if he was already a zombie?
I mean, it's a good point.
Like, have zombies already become
I guess
cannibals?
The health spray, whatever. No, that's a good point. They don't really clarify that stuff. Let me give
It's
him
the
the
little
gold ring.
details, man.
It is the little details. I'm not gonna pretend that's not a thing. I'm also gonna give him the Molotovs because I'm gonna save them for later. All right, we're gonna send Rebecca out the window with the hook shot.
Oh, no.
Yep,
I hope she does okay.
she'll be fine.
Will she?
I hope so. She's had training. She's a star. You remember of? Did you? You didn't hear it when Billy first
You
meets her. He's like,
remember
"You remember of stars."
Well, you gotta
If
say
you
it
wanna
all
see
cool
movies,
like.
you gotta
say it
see
cool like.
star. Is
Yeah.
that network still around? We got a sponsorship.
No, I don't think. Actually, you know what? No, Stars is still around because now
Yeah.
they're doing Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Okay. So we got a hole in the top of the train. You know that's bad. Even stars. No, that's bad. It
probably
looks
should
like
not
there's a
drop
passenger
down into there.
camera below. Oh yeah, wait. Isn't there like a zombie like right there?
I have no idea.
I think there is.
Yep. Oh, look at that. There he is.
Woo,
Hey,
hi.
buddy. I actually really like that zombie model. It looks really good.
Straight out of Thriller. Oh,
Good shooting.
Thanks.
Way to shoot that zombie, Jose. Oh, nope. I take that back. You
Take
didn't
it
shoot
back.
good
Take
enough.
it back. Ooh, okay, he's gone now. So they
Um,
give you another knife.
here-
I don't want it because
Yeah, I
knives
don't
are kind of useless.
ever use knives in this game.
Although there is a shot in the attract screen of her shooting a zombie while he's knifing it. I don't know how that's a thing, but that's a thing.
So
Go ahead.
somebody wants to know, CBW86 wants to know, if the AI character automatically starts shooting a zombie, does that waste their own bullets?
Yes, you're wasting ammo.
Nonsense.
Yeah, so if they miss, guess what?
You miss.
So we're going to open up this jewelry case. That's another, just an adventure game element that Resident Evil has carried. It's kind of interesting that Resident Evil has this, horror sort of combat going on.
But
It's
also,
got the
like,
resource
classic puzzle
management.
exploration.
But yeah, then it's got like these like really, really PC
totally.
adventure game-ish like puzzles. That stuff has always kind of blown me away for the most part. Look at that knife. It's a knife. All right, we're going to
That's
leave
not
that
a knife.
there.
This is a knife. That's a
That's a-
spoon.
That's a Crocodile Dundee impression. And that is some leeches.
Ah! Gross.
More
Are
of
they going to
them.
hatch? Are they going to get all over
So
everything?
nasty.
Ew,
Oh, like
they look
this.
like little eyeballs.
Oh man, I wonder if that leech man is coming again.
Oh, I hope not.
He shows up a few times. We're
so,
streaming Resident Evil 0, and we're about to walk out into a bad situation. What's up?
Alain Martins wants to know,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think the most expressive difference? What's the biggest difference between this and the original release, would you say?
I don't think I understand the question that well. Help
Do you
me
think
out.
it's strictly the textures? Do you feel like it's the updated control scheme?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, obviously, they've updated these images to. Oh,
look out.
man, leech. Ah,
Get out of there. Can
leeches.
you not stomp on them?
When you run, I think you can actually step on them, but
Good.
the longer you stay around, the more you put yourself at
Smash
risk.
that bug.
Yeah.
Mush him up good.
Go.
Yep. No, but to answer the question, I think that it's just having access to this game, on somewhat current-ish technology. I mean,
Right.
granted, again, we were talking about it earlier. There is a ton of little detail, but if you played this on a 480p GameCube, like a lot of this is not coming through. Our TVs just
Yeah.
don't really handle that well. So you're
Well,
seeing
especially
this
the big
on
old
a-
CRT monitors.
Oh man, who still has those sitting around? I actually want one, but I
No, you
don't
don't.
want to bring it into the
You
house.
really don't.
Yeah, that's why I don't want one.
Remember, I had a 55-inch CRT TV.
Oh, really?
Well, I picked it up for like $75 off Craigslist when I was in college,
Okay.
and it was just awful. I mean, it must have weighed 250 pounds.
Oh, I remember
Like,
those. Yeah, I
it was
had one.
Terrible.
Yeah, anything 27 inches and over, it was like
Oh yeah.
a back pain
It
waiting
was like
to
walking
happen.
around with a small child.
Yeah, it was that. So let's just grab this briefcase now that we have the rings for it. It's a good thing we waited until now,
Yep.
just because
'Cause it
there was no
wastes
point to.
inventory
Yeah,
space.
why carry this thing around? You're not going to need it. So let's put the rings on it, like Beyonce says, and let's move over here. Exchange this with an open slot. Swap back. So this is a lot of the game. There's a lot of inventory management that can get a little annoying at times. Look closer. We put the rings in.
So a couple of people are asking, what do you think about a remake for both of the Outbreak files, which is another one that I never really played.
Oh, let Outbreak stay
were
where
those
they
the
are.
online ones? Was that the MMO-ish?
I'm over it. No, yeah.
See, I
I'm
thought that was a
sorry.
cool idea, but I don't necessarily think it should have been branded Resident Evil. Because, I mean, that was kind of, if I remember correctly, that was sort of like a precursor to what we see in DayZ and in Rust and H1Z1, right?
Yeah, but DayZ and Rust and those things that started as mods did them so much better. Nah, let that stuff go, man. Like,
No, get rid of it?
At least to me, like, I wasn't a fan. From the beginning, I was kind of against it. You can call me the hater of that pool. It didn't appeal to me at all. Like, I thought it didn't really do much for the series. Like, it was this cool, ambitious idea of the time, but the frameworks weren't around then to really support them.
But that's the
they
thing
had a
is,
lot
like,
of
now that
goofy,
they
like,
are,
actions.
though, now that it would be a lot, not necessarily easier, but now that it would be more manageable to make that kind of project happen, you don't think that it should, like, at least give it a shot?
I mean, depends on who's making it, right? Like, if you said the right name to me as making it, or if you showed me some kind of concept that grabbed me right away, maybe. But I feel like getting people to cooperate in anything, like in a game like that, would rely on cooperation, and cooperation is such a tenuous and difficult thing sometimes to get players to do. And that's just, my take on it, clearly. Like, you could, of course, disagree, but...
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be interesting, but I also feel like they've kind of already done it better,
There's
and
that.
if they haven't done it better, then somebody else will be doing it with a new IP soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, totally. And I think, like, things like DayZ and Rust and all of those games that have, like, this survival element, I think they do it well enough, and maybe one day that genre will be mainstream and those games are pushing towards it, but right now I don't think Resident Evil is going to be that game to really push it. But I mean, I don't know. Again, it would depend on who's making it.
I'd be okay with it just so long as I didn't need to start off making a hammer out of a rock and some trees, because I feel like that's every time somebody says there's a new survival game coming out, I know I'm going to spend the first 15 minutes like hitting a tree with a pile of rocks
Sounds
so
like
that I can build a hatchet.
Yeah.
Is that how it is in that one too?
I think that's how that game started.
Because remember when I first played Rust, I was like, all right, this is interesting, but then like the same exact thing for Ark. And, DayZ is a little bit better about it because you just kind of have to rely on scavenging for things until you can build them.
So I can't remember if in the original release of Resident Evil, I'm talking about 1995, 96, whichever of those 2 years it was, if they had this idea of, oh, you don't need this anymore, you can throw it away.
I believe they did.
I remember holding on to keys for dear life. I'm like, no, I'm going to hang on to this armor key until
I'm pretty sure that you were able to chuck stuff away. Oh, hey, what's up, Hunk?
Oh, there's several Hunks.
Well, of course there are. But they're all named Hunk.
Mm-hmm.
This does not make any sense.
So,
well.
Albert Wesker, William Birkin, if you know your Resident Evil, you know these guys are important.
As well as a train
Spoilers,
3 miles
go.
away.
That's irrelevant.
gotta help.
We must make sure no knowledge of this gets out.
Yeah, he became
Destroy
such a
the
super
train.
villain, Albert
Yeah,
Wesker.
and that's what I hated. I liked the fact that he was just a really smart,
How far
conniving
away are you
jerk.
from the nearest branch
Wears
line?
sunglasses all the time, even in the dark. rain.
But that was before he had the super weird monster eyes. He's just got normal human eyes.
Yeah, we're also forgetting, when you brought up those online games, I feel like Raccoon City was also an attempt to do
Operation
something
Raccoon City?
non-traditional
See,
with,
I actually found that to be fairly enjoyable, what little I did play of it. I didn't think it was a great, it wasn't a 10 out of 10 by any means, but like, it was one of those games where, because I had been really excited because there was a mod that was going to come out for Left 4 Dead that unfortunately died in development, and what was it called? Not Outlast, Lockout or something like that. Anyways, the point was that it was essentially what ended up being Operation Raccoon City. It was like a team objective-based shooter, but there were also NPC zombies and monsters that you had to deal with at the same time. And I always thought that was a really interesting idea. And, the execution in Raccoon City was
really
not
sloppy.
great.
Yeah, no, it was a really sloppy game, but it had ideas. I will say that. I hate to speak ill of it, but at the time, it
This is the
definitely
internet.
did
You
grab
can speak
me.
ill of whatever you want,
I mean,
whenever
there's
you want.
plenty of negativity. Like I think at the end of the day, that game had some ideas, but sadly, it squandered a lot of them.
Yeah.
With some really strange choices. So we have to do the break operation manual, which requires doing some math. Believe it or not.
Good.
So who's gonna stay behind, Rebecca or Billy? Let's let Billy stay behind. Rebecca's gonna go
Bye,
for
Billy.
for the walk. And this is a timed sequence. They do it a bit earlier in this game than they do in other Resident Evils. Kind of like the escape sequence in Metroid, how you gotta run for it.
Okay.
If you know your Resident Evils, you know these games usually end with these. This one
Always
actually
a
kicks
clock.
off at 1.
Okay.
Yep.
I won't.
Yeah, like this game on GameCube was going for like these weird motion blur like things too that just like don't look good today.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not the time. What are you talking about? I want to exchange. Oh, there we go. That's right. We can't swap between the two characters until much later. So I'm going to take them.
Well, you can swap between them. They just have to be in the same room.
Yeah, but we're splitting up here. Is I guess the bigger point. So I'm gonna just leave him with the shotgun shells. I have the stronger herb. I don't have a great gun right now. Actually, I can just use those Molotovs. I'll be fine. There's also bullets in the room, so there's some on the floor here. Oh yeah, I need the key card. Thanks. Good eye.
Don't forget to get the key card.
Super important.
So you can escape the train.
Yep. You got to do another dramatic reading, man. This
Nope.
is not acceptable.
It's totally acceptable.
Ooh, so I can give this to Billy. Actually, I don't need to hold this.
Did you ever grab that shotgun?
No, I left it. And that's fine. We don't really need it.
I love that shotgun.
Really, I like the shotgun you get later on.
Well,
in
of course
the
I
game.
like the one I get later better,
Yeah, it's
but
way better.
You know, in terms of having a weapon, I would gladly take a bigger gun than not having one.
So there's also bullets underneath this this box over
Yeah,
here.
they do really well on this of hiding
certain
stuff all over the
objects.
place. Yeah. Like if you search your partner who smashes through the window, if you search his body, he's got handgun ammo.
Oh, nice. Okay. Did I search him? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
No.
I should have told you to, but I didn't.
All right, we can leave these guys though. Yeah,
Aw,
we're fine
those
on
poor
time.
dudes, poor hunks.
Yeah, we're okay on time. I'm only gonna fight the guys we need to fight, just because
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to get us through. I could run and get that shotgun though, but I'm actually gonna leave it.
Dante Grell, no, this is not the end of the game.
Oh no, this is not in any way, shape,
I promise
or form
you,
the game.
there is
Whoa!
plenty more game afterwards.
So I like that in Remake, you didn't want to shoot at zombies because if you didn't pop its head or burn the body, that was a ticking time bomb waiting to scare the pants off of you.
Yep.
And it is something that oh, okay, we got friends here.
You gotta figure your way out of this.
Let's go with this.
Now, can you lob it as well, or can you just dump it on the ground?
They just kind of dump it in front like that.
No, that's awful.
Back up. Hot stuff.
Waste all 3
right.
Molotovs?
Yeah, I did. But now we're just gonna finish everyone off with the last 2 off with handgun ammo.
Oh, he fell down. Good for him.
I think there's one more. Yeah, there was one more. Ah, get off me!
Look
Get off
out!
me. I'm just gonna leave you there because I don't need to kill you. All right, we're
Get out of there,
here.
girl.
We're out. High stepping. All right. And goodbye. Okay. What were we talking about a second ago? Before we got to this?
No recollection.
You have to. Before the Molotovs came up, we were talking about something very specific.
Oh, right, yeah. This is still like the first act.
Yes, yes. No, I think it was
Aw,
something
wait.
else. Hey,
Edward!
he's turned.
Oh, yeah, about time.
See, but look at this.
Oh,
this
this guy,
looks
they
so
hide
much
ammo all
better
over
than
the
the
place.
cutscenes that are pre-rendered in the game.
Yeah.
Like, this is the divide I'm talking about. I also love that reflection on the
Stop!
window,
Yeah.
by the way. That's really good.
Don't come any closer.
Don't
I
come any
don't
closer.
understand how
That's
any
true.
of these people don't immediately understand what's happening.
Well, I think, and I've always thought this is silly about zombie fiction, but the people involved in zombie fiction never know it's a zombie. And that,
Well,
like, they
that's
never
the
know it
thing,
has a name.
In older zombie fiction, they don't.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they're a lot more receptive to it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you look at like Shaun of the Dead, they were like, well,
Oh,
you know,
that's a
there's
comedy.
zombies out, but still
Yeah.
though, it's the idea of like, oh, there's zombies out there. Don't say that. What? The Z word, because it's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. This is clearly what's happening.
I can finish him off, even though I should probably run for it because we're getting to 2 minutes. It'd be a shame if I crash the train on stream.
I
Don't
think you
make it
should
out.
do it.
Oh, for science?
Yes.
Just to see
and
what the
for
ending looks
explosions.
like? And for explosions. For the Michael Bay effect.
Yeah, I think you
So
should
we
totally
do here at
crash the
IGN.
train.
Yeah. All right. So the zombie in the fridge is gone.
All right, what do you guys say? If you want Jose to crash the train, press
We're
1.
not
If you
doing
don't,
it.
have him press
Don't
2.
do that. You want to see what's next? That looks
Do
terrible.
I?
The text on that freight door. Ugh.
All right, well, Jose's just not going to crash the train, even though crashing a train is awesome.
It is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just combine these. I'm not gonna heal her because there's still a green herb. I don't want to waste a more potent healing ability, even though I should because we're at a point in the game where I'm not gonna be able to save. I have standards.
Yeah.
That's what it is. All right, so we're here. So now we do the math. I like how the clock doesn't stop. Can't operate a brake. You'll need a magnetic card. All right, let's use our magnetic card. Swoop boop. And lovely sound effect. And here we go.
I'm seeing a lot of ones here, Jose.
Oh, nice.
Just saying, a lot of people want to see this train
5
crash.
people. All right, so 81. So now we have to basically add up to that. So 9.
Wait, by using the...
Yep. This is what you
That's weird.
Right.
That's a weird
Nah,
puzzle.
it is a weird puzzle. So
This
we've
is Rebecca.
activated the
I've
back brake.
engaged the
Now you got to
control
switch to the
device
person
for
in
the
front to
brake.
operate the front
Unfortunately, I
brake.
guess we're not crashing this
Put the brake on
train.
now.
But
Look at all these ones. Look at all those ones. That guy put 4
someone put
ones.
a 2.
One person put a 2. This is a democracy, Jose. This is America.
This is not a democracy. So we need to count this one
Wow.
though. We need to count this one because that one says 67 and they broke the readout, so you don't know how many you have.
Okay.
I think
So you do 12 5s and then a 2.
well, there's only there's
1,
10
2, 3,
slots.
4. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so then
so-
you do.
Should we go with 9 all the way up to like 63?
Yeah, turn this. No, turn it back off. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you don't pause this game.
All right, so wait. Let's see.
All right, 9,
Yep.
18,
Uh-huh.
7,
Uh-huh.
30. No.
You're fine.
Yeah, 36.
We're going to
45.
fail on stream, and you're
No,
doing
no,
this
it's
on
fine.
purpose.
It's totally fine.
You're doing it on
I'm
purpose.
not trying to sabotage you at all.
I can tell
You're
you're
at 45.
screwing this up.
Okay, 54.
Okay. Where are we at?
Do you remember how math works?
I haven't done this in a while.
All right, well. I know. You can just keep adding 1.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, this is actually going to happen. Nope, I got it wrong.
Yes!
No!
This train's gonna crash!
We're going to crash the
Hit it
train.
again. Hit it again.
No. I guess
All
we
right,
crashed
9,
the train.
9, 9, 9, 9.
I forgot.
9.
I'm not- I
That's
can't-
1, 2, 3, 4,
Dude, are you
5, 6.
sure
No,
you
no,
wanna
had
crash
it.
the train?
You had it there. Don't pause. No, you can't.
Life comes with a pause button.
No, absolutely not. Come on. Unpause this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can still save it.
Mm-hmm.
You can still
Can I?
save it. Yep.
Can
you
I?
only have to hit
Can I use a calculator for this moment?
no.
Nah, no, I can't.
So wait, you've got
20 seconds. I'll let this screen
You're
crash.
at 1, 2,
I'll let
3,
this
4,
train
5,
crash.
6,
You want us to do that?
Come
can
on,
do
man.
that. You
You
finish
gotta
it then.
do
Go
it.
for
All
it.
right. So that's
Mm-hmm.
and now what do I hit?
Remember, you can make the number
Oh,
smaller.
I have
and
to
smaller.
use those. I
Yeah,
have
you
to use all
add
the
up to
spaces.
that number. So
How
you
do I
should
get
have
out of
got
here?
1, 1, and
How
then
do I-
2.
how do I get
So,
out?
Here we go. Here we
You
go.
get 9
I got
seconds.
I got you. 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 This is gonna be choked.
Oh, this is gonna
solo.
crash. This is gonna crash.
Got
you did
it.
You did it. I was really hoping that you wouldn't make it in time.
Yeah, you hoped. I actually
hoped.
knew the answer the whole time. I just wanted to add this to see how long I could string this along. How many seconds were left? Do you know? 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Quattro. Do they like that in the chat?
No, they don't. They wanted to
Well,
see it
too
explode.
bad.
Dadgummit, you math genius.
I'm not a math genius.
you're
It took a
not.
while, actually. I forgot, but that's how I solved it when I did it. Life comes with a pause button, I might add.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't.
Nah, it was a lot more fun that way. I'm not gonna lie. We wasted like a whole 30 seconds.
we at least wasted.
45?
We at least wasted a minute.
Down to the wire, Ben. That's what we do here. IGN plays live. Tell your friends. Poor Billy.
All right. So if it had crashed, that'd be game over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You'd have to do it again. Hopefully, you had a save file pretty
Yeah.
soon.
But we're pretty much done on Resident Evil 0. Well, how are we on time, Ben?
We got about 40 minutes left.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we'll just switch over to Resident Evil Remake
Watch
in a
that
minute.
first sweet FMV sequence.
Ooh, it's so good.
They didn't keep the FMV sequence.
Yeah, so I reviewed a Remake last year when it had come out. Still one of my favorite Resident Evils, like bar none. One of the best.
Samus Killer wants us to
what?
reload, go back to the last save, and crash the train.
We didn't have a save. Come on, move. Oh, look at all this stuff.
Look at
Okay,
all
so
this train
see,
crash
because
This is why you should have had that
yeah, I
shotgun.
should have. Whoa, where am I going? Did I go the wrong way?
I don't know.
All right, I'll just let them get eaten since you want a game over.
Yeah,
Here you
I
go,
want to. I
Internet.
want to see that you are dead.
2 people ate. I never saw
Oh.
2 eat the same body.
You are.
That's crazy. Poor Rebecca.
Oh,
I just
advanced
killed
graphics there with them little blood
I just
spatters.
killed someone's waifu. All right, just bring the camera back to us while I switch over to RE.
Do some super cool
Remake.
Xbox secret
Hope
stuff.
you enjoyed that. We certainly did.
I
We
would have
got you
enjoyed it
down
more
to
if
the
we'd
wire.
crashed the train.
Well, they died regardless. Are you
Yeah,
happy?
but I didn't want them to die. I
They
just
got
wanted the
picked by
train to
zombies.
crash.
You're never satisfied. You're like the internet. All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
I am. Hi, I'm the internet. How are you?
Let's see what else we have here. So I'm gonna go to my games and apps. I just gotta get Resident Evil up and running.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna play Resident Evil Remake. If you're buying this game, if you're buying Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, you get Resident Evil Remake as part of that retail package. So this is another game that you're going to get.
Oh, no, so you get 2 games for the price of one?
Pretty much.
Awesome.
And this one is my favorite, like, bar none. Like, no offense to Resident Evil 0, I feel like it has interesting ideas, regardless of how predictable it feels.
Right.
And I've never been a huge fan of the enemies that they chose for that game, like leeches, mutated monkeys, centipedes, like just
well, I
the
like
weirdest,
the
weirdest
because they show up
menagerie of
at the
stuff.
end of 1.
Remake is the jam. Like, it is one of my favorite
really good.
things. Yeah, and really for its time, like, this was a top to bottom rethinking of Resident Evil in a way that, like, just blew me away.
Yeah.
So
if you guys are joining us, just joining us, or if you've been joining us for a while, just remember you can hit us up on Twitch, on YouTube, or on Twitter at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive.
All right, so you want to switch over? We got a load successful.
Congratulations, you won. You won the load game.
Woo! What do I win?
You get to play the game.
We get to register later. I'm not doing this now. Yep. ResidentEvil.net. I'm good.
Oh, man, you know what I want right now?
What?
It's a big fat sandwich.
Yeah, I got one at my desk.
I'm super jealous.
Sorry. We still got about 40 minutes.
Somebody wants to know when I'm coming on NVC. Is that your podcasty?
That is my podcasty.
I'll tell you what. I'll come on NVC when I build a time machine and go back and replay the last 10 years worth of Nintendo content.
There we go. There we go. It's a man with vision.
The last,
right.
I had a Wii when they first launched.
Oh wow, it's the manual. No, I'm just looking through this for the sake of posterity.
And then GTA 4 came out, and so I traded it for 360.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
I mean, we played Wii tennis and bowling, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Oh, and Twilight Princess.
Wide or original?
Wide.
Alternate controls? Why not?
Let's do all the news.
Okay.
Everything
and, subtitles on.
Subtitles on.
For Ben.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. So, question for you, chat, and Twitter,
Internet.
and all of you. Internet. Do you like climbing a mountain, fulfilling but takes a lot of work? Do you like going on a hike, good exercise but not too strenuous, or do you like option 3? You like taking a walk, you can relax and enjoy yourself.
1, 2, or 3. Type them in now. You've got 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm. I hope they pick one. I mean.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they pick one. I like going on a hike.
You like going on a hike?
I like going on hikes.
I like
I'm
climbing a
guy.
mountain. I am a mountain climbing.
It's rudeness.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Anybody pick? Pick.
No, nobody's picking.
Choose.
Somebody says 2. Somebody says 1, 3.
Ooh.
Right now I got 2 for 1.
Okay.
2 for 3.
Okay.
2 for 2.
Okay.
3 for 1. 4. 4 is not an option. I'm gonna say 1. Climb that mountain.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot more 1s than
doing
anything
it.
else.
Thanks, Twitch. And
Just
YouTube.
hit the button.
Hitting the button. Approved.
Thank them
we got
for
approved
nothing.
by the police department. Chris or Jill? Chris or
yeah,
Jill?
she's the master of unlocking. Go with Jill.
That line is so bad.
No, it's
it
amazing.
It makes me so sad that Japan had a Resident Evil restaurant and there wasn't a Jill sandwich on the menu, but it was because in the original Japanese translation they did not have that line. But anyway, so we want Jill or we want Chris?
No, we want Jill.
I'm going to get to that. You got to pick a person first.
We want Jill Valentine.
Jill Valentine?
She's way better than Chris.
I still see numbers in there.
They're still voting
delay.
on what
Yeah.
difficulty.
All right, so Jill, I'm a member of STARS. You got the BSAA outfit.
Isn't the BSAA from like Resident Evil 6?
5 and
5
6.
and
yeah,
6?
she shows up in 5.
I say Jill Classic, but that's
Jill
just
Classic.
Yeah.
You like the beret?
I
You like the shoulder pads? Those
yeah,
are some
it's the-
90s, like 80s.
shoulder pads are more of an
leftover
80s
shoulder
thing.
pads. They were more of an 80s
but they're
thing.
clearly some kind of body armor,
All
so
right.
we'll let her have it.
Classic Jill Valentine.
Jill
Valentine. Yep. She gets. She comes with her own pistol. She doesn't find one later, like Chris. So if you know Resident Evil, you know that
And she has
depending on who
lockpicks.
you pick, there are different pluses and minuses. And Zero has this too, where like Rebecca's the chemist, so she's the only person who can mix up the herbs.
Even though
But
you
at
can
the
do
same
that
time,
with either character in this one, right?
Yeah,
so.
Alpha team is flying
Billy
around
is
the
more of
forest
the
zone,
brawn, so he
situated
can
in
take more
northwest
damage.
Right,
Just
and
like
he also
Chris
has better
has
stalking
stuff.
power.
Exactly.
So this is not an FMV sequence, and I'm
No, they replaced
not
it.
okay with it. Well, they shouldn't have. It was perfect.
They should have animated it like this, but put in the original voice acting.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
and done a shot-for-shot remake,
Yep.
just in CG.
Yep.
There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people.
It was a really good
Victims
job though for its
were
time.
apparently
This?
So yeah. No,
Oh yeah, no. I mean, this looks
whole
great.
thing, yeah.
But
Bravo team was
those
sent in
FMV
to
sequences, though,
investigate.
like especially the one at the end where like if Barry makes it through, he's just sitting in the helicopter all sad. It's like, no, I'm fat and I'm tired.
Bravo team's
Yeah,
helicopter.
cameras. This is very Aliens, by the way. This
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
camera
yeah.
angle, 100% Aliens.
You know what I don't see
What happens to
over
Vasquez
here?
over
A
here?
crashed MP Jeep.
Yep.
Oh, that guy's got an eye
Got
missing.
an
I
eye
guess.
clawed out. Ooh. And then he barfed.
Bleh.
I think you actually hear him
We
barfing.
continued our
Nice.
search for the other members.
I like
Sunglasses.
Wesker's poise. as
Those
he
sunglasses
holds
look
his gun
so
up.
cool. Albert's such a cool guy.
Dude, he's
I wish
such
I
a
was
he's
like
such
Albert.
an 80s like
That's the thing. That's what I like about Wesker in the first game is
Yeah,
that he's
he's-
an 80s bad guy.
Yeah, he's very Stallone. He's a mix of Stallone and a bunch of other characters, really.
I think he's more like Michael Biehn than anybody else,
That too.
except that he talks kind of weird.
Mhm.
Now, if we had selected alternate Jill, would she be different in this cutscene? She would not.
Okay, yeah, just I'm checking with Ben because I actually haven't. Oh, Joseph's about to get it.
Oh no, Joseph! Don't get mad, Flubber.
Here it comes. Here any minute now.
Oh yeah, everything's totally fine. Ah! Oh come on,
So
they didn't
I
even
like
go to the
this,
title screen because that was
you
the
just
opening.
hear like these gunshots. You assume it's him, and then they cut to Jill, who is still pulling the trigger
Yep.
on her gun. And I just thought this was really, really.
Oh no,
smart.
it's a really well done intro cinematic, but it's also not an FMV sequence with terrible actors.
We had to move on. We had to.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
It can be 1998 forever.
Well, you got to remember, in 2002, Capcom had already sold you the original Resident Evil a couple of times.
Oh, yeah,
now. There was
totally.
the original, there was a DualShock, there was
Yep.
a director's cut that wasn't really a director's
Yeah.
cut. Like, there were a couple of iterations of this game. And it kind of surprised me that they then took the approach to remake the game.
Yeah.
And I remember, too, I didn't know this until I talked to Shinji Mikami for an interview a couple years ago, but he did bring up that Remake tanked, sadly, on GameCube. But,
Really?
I mean, it was
That's
exclusive
surprising
to
because everyone I
GameCube,
know
but-
who owned a GameCube loved it.
Yeah, but it was exclusive to GameCube. I mean, it made sense for it not to do that well because GameCube didn't do that well at the end
Chris
of the
this
day.
way.
Chris this way. That's right. That's a great line.
No, it sounds super weird.
Hey, it's still as bad as your. Look at that. Stop, shoot. Okay, keep going.
As
That guy
bad
didn't
as
even
my
stop.
what?
He just straight up like L.A. gangs ran with the sideways.
It's the cool guy gun.
Yeah, it was weird. All right, here we go. Into the survival.
So I'm sorry I
horror.
interrupted you. What were you saying?
I don't remember. It's fine. No, just
Oh,
pointing out
that it didn't particularly sell well, which is a shame. But do you
Yeah.
think that if it had come out on, say, PlayStation 2 or Xbox, the original
I think
Xbox,
there were
do
more
you think it would
mature
have done?
audiences on there. I think actually it
I mean,
could
if
have.
it had come out to PS2, I would have absolutely picked it up.
I think the surprise for a lot of people with Resident Evil becoming this sort of GameCube exclusive thing is that the audience on GameCube was still very family, kiddie.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
They weren't really known for these mature
Well,
like
it's
games.
kind of still
This-
like that with Nintendo.
Yeah, but Metal Gear Solid was another example. No, and I completely agree with you. I mean, there's a certain image that comes with, part of that console.
Yeah.
And there's a certain audience that is showing up for those games. And I think that there were a lot of folks who just didn't go for it.
Yep.
They did port Remake to Wii.
I remember
so
that.
you were able to play it on there.
But
they
again, the
ported
Wii was a
RE4
very
to there.
family-friendly console. They
Yeah,
didn't
but
have
I
too many.
think it still did well because it probably didn't take a lot to port. Just
yeah,
in terms
of
of
course.
because Wii was essentially a clocked up GameCube.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really that much hardware-wise much stronger than the original hardware it was on. Look
Right.
at that cannon, the hand cannon right
Oh yeah,
there.
that Python.
Dude, is that what they call it?
That's what they call it in this game. Yeah, I think in IRL, I believe it's just a 44. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
usually
Colt
just a
or maybe
Magnum.
it's a Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is a Colt though.
So here it is in all of its beautiful glory, Resident Evil Remake. Again, one
Unlock
of my
something.
favorites.
Unlock
something.
something.
He tells me that.
You're the master of unlocking.
Shuffle. So you're going to notice that these backgrounds are a lot more static than Resident Evil 0.
Yep.
There is a lot of animation going on, and there are some cool shadows, but there is definitely not the level of detail
I like
they took it to with the next
that
one.
Barry in this one looks like Jeff Daniels.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
He totally does.
Yeah. Wow.
See if you can find any other clues.
I really wish
I'll
they'd
be
kept the same
examining this.
voice clips from Barry.
Either that or someone get Jeff Daniels to do the voiceover for this.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be a video I'd click on.
But it's him as Harry in Dumb and Dumber.
Yep. That's what I was gonna go for. You do see some stuff though, like you see right there.
Yeah, I mean the
smoky
fireplace and like the
yeah.
candles, like fire
You know,
and lighting
the wood
effects.
block
Sure.
over there. Okay, so let's go through here. I'm playing on the new control scheme, although when the new control scheme is on, you could always switch back to D-pad for your tank controls. I kind of like that they do that.
Yep.
You sort of have your choice. So I'm going to go over here and see the first zombie. He's another character that you do not have to fight the first time. Yep,
No,
that's right.
not Kenneth.
Poor Kenneth. He just became someone's lunch.
Poor Kenneth. I remember the first time I saw this in... Wait.
Like twitching and stuff.
I love that they kept that the same.
All right. We got to go. We don't have to fight him, so we're not going to.
Fine.
If you were watching Awesome Games Done Quick last week, they actually had a really good Resident Evil speedrun you should check out after you finish this stream.
Look out! It's a monster!
Yeah, for Remake, it was really good.
Irvin, yes, we are nerds. I am more than proud of that fact.
Kind of have to be.
Right? Like, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like, it's not necessarily a nerdy. You're just part of pop culture nowadays. Like, you just kind of exist.
Don't
and
worry,
everything's
Irvin,
in
we
the
love you.
zeitgeist.
Killed
Found
by
Kenneth.
this
Killed
thing.
by this thing.
Let's
Killed
report
by
this to
this
Wesker.
thing. Mm-hmm. Did they already do blood?
I
hope
yeah.
it's not Chris's blood.
Yeah, they did, but they toned that down, too.
I know they
redid
did.
the
That's why
voice
I'm saying
yeah.
I'm really bummed that they... Like, if they
Yeah.
had redone Chris and Barry and Wesker, that's fine. Or not Barry. Chris and Jill and Wesker, that'd be fine. But you gotta have Barry.
Yeah, I love
still
this
be
shot, by the
Barry.
way. Check this out. This is one of my favorite things. The minute you get to the door, you hear him get up,
Yep.
and he leaves.
Yep. Bye.
Zombie's like...
See you later.
Gotta
roll out.
Yep, we're gone. So Chris doesn't start with a gun, Jill
Oh, guten
does.
Tag.
If not, you'd find Jill's gun here, but no Jill if you were playing as Chris.
Right.
And that was one of the cool things. You can play the game a second time and
Yep.
see...
And it was totally different.
Yeah, different sort of scenarios play out.
I really love the way that they did that in Resident Evil 2, where it wasn't necessarily just kind of the same formulaic stuff. Like and there are differences here to be sure.
Yep.
But like really from the get-go, the entirety of RE2's B-side story is so different.
So he tells us not to leave, but if we just run up the stairs and then run back down,
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
he goes,
What's going
All right,
on?
I guess that you searched good enough. Way to go.
Yep.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
So if you know the Spencer Mansion
Not
from the
much we
original
can
game,
do.
though, like there are new
We can search for him.
places. There's like
Yeah, there's a bunch
entirely
of new
new
spots.
areas like carved out.
It
It's
really, this
cool.
one is really like
I'll
playing
try to
almost
go
an
on the
entirely
other
new.
side.
Yep. So even if you're a classic Resident Evil connoisseur,
You should check
you'll
this
know,
out if you haven't
this
already.
This is the one.
Start from the first
Paulvin, yes, you're right. This is not RE0. We can only play that up through the first like act of the game. So now we're checking out the original RE remake, and it's super good.
Oh yeah, Ben, you were gonna say.
Thanks. I may need it.
Lisa Trevor.
Yeah, so Lisa Trevor was a character
up
that
in
they
this
developed only in the remake.
Got it.
I don't think she's hinted at in the original game at all, but she becomes...
I don't remember her at all.
She basically becomes like this character that has like this tragic arc in
Aw.
Resident Evil. Yeah, and you find her kind of roaming around, and it's really creepy. So if you
Cool.
remember the original Resident Evil, like this whole staircase, back door,
Yeah,
like
none of
none
that
of
was
this
there.
was here. Okay, so we're gonna hear Lisa Trevor. You ready for this?
No, thank you.
Wonder what's on the
Oh.
other side of this thing.
Yeah, just casually gonna wonder what's over there. Don't
probably
worry
not
about
a
it.
good thing. We're gonna leave that be. Oh, look at the reflection in the floor. I love that.
Yeah, I mean it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And this is available for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, and
Yep.
360 and PS3.
Yeah, I believe
Cool.
it's still digital on the lower end consoles, so
Awesome.
360, PS3, and it's gonna be retail.
I will probably have to check this out then.
So I'm gonna go back to original just so you guys can see the original aspect ratio. Now, bear in mind this game originally came out in 2002, and so it was originally made for 4x3 televisions, which we're gonna peek at right here. So if you decide to switch it to 4x3, what you lose is sort of the panning that was happening when I go up
Yeah,
certain
you get some of the
stairways or
you
certain
lose some
things.
of the motion effects.
Love the flame right there. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
So if I remember right,
Don't
we
you need to
have
go
to
down that hall?
go. No, believe it or not, that was in the original. And this one, I believe we have to go this way first.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they actually, I believe some of the early trail starts by going to the new areas. So I'm going to switch it back to 16:9. I just want to show
Please
this
and
off
thank
a
you.
little more. So wide. Here you go. Putting it back to that wide display. Again, you get to choose.
Widescreen.
I do find 4x3 a little more helpful because at least in Resident Evil 0, I ran into a puzzle where the thing I needed to see, I couldn't see because it was out of the frame, and I had it moved
bogus.
up. Yeah, I thought that was
Zombie!
Whoa. Hi.
Shoot him in the legs.
Stop it. Uh-oh.
I still don't understand how, when they said they're going to remake these, how can you only aim in 3 directions? That's still really, it just really bothers me.
I think it's just a classic of
I
classic
disagree. I should
thing
be able
of
to
those
pull off a
games.
headshot. It was a necessary
you could pull
evil.
off a headshot, but you could if you had the shotgun. You could.
Yeah, but I don't have the shotgun. I should
well,
be able to
you
pull
get
off
the shotgun
But that's the
later.
thing. You were 5 feet away from that thing.
Yeah, I was.
Like you were an expertly
Oh, look.
trained police officer. You should be
Ew.
able to hit that guy in
Make
the
it zombie.
face.
Yeah. Oh no, we can't be here yet. We need the arrow, which you're right is upstairs. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that. Good memory.
I know.
When was the last time you played this?
The remake?
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, you never played
No.
Remake? Okay, so I don't know if you remember.
I was
this.
saying go through the door that leads to the dog
Oh.
hallway.
So this is a problem though. See him?
That guy or the
yeah,
guy in his
him.
underpants?
Because I shot him
Uh-huh.
and his body is not burned, he can come back within the next hour as what they call
Really?
a crimson head. Yes. Remake is no joke. That body
All
is a
right.
ticking time bomb now.
I'll check it out.
But it
Do
doesn't
they
happen
ever
until a
just-
certain point in
Do
the
they
game.
always do it, or does it just sometimes happen?
It's an always, right?
That's awful.
Ben, unless you burn the body or
Shoot him in the
get
head.
a headshot.
Now, could
yeah.
you just like hold the body, like aim at the body on the floor and shoot it there, or does it have to be a kill shot
let's
when
go
it's
get a
still
defensive
alive?
weapon. Sorry, go ahead.
So you have to burn them with fuel, but I'm saying if you get the body on the ground, you can't just shoot it in the head. That's dumb.
Poor, it's
Poor
a-
butthurt John Ryan.
Poor butthurt John Ryan. Well, it was a product of its time.
No,
man.
but like if
you
you're gonna
can't-
add a mechanic like that to a game,
it was 2002.
so
I don't know.
if you're gonna
I
say,
think it
look,
seems a
unless
little
you
too
shoot
much.
this guy in the head,
I don't know, John.
you should be able to shoot him in the
I
head
would understand
on the ground.
if this game got remade today and maybe it didn't have that, but I forgive it for being a
don't.
product of its time. No, I know that, and that's fine.
I do not forgive anybody on Earth for the early 2000s.
They were pretty awkward. So this was
It was
a cool
just
idea.
the 90s part 2.
These are defensive weapons, and the idea
What did
being
you just pick
that,
up?
So I picked up a dagger. Actually,
Okay.
I'll pull it up. Weird. They have different. So you'll see it right here. We
Yeah.
have it equipped. So she has a choice between that and a taser.
Cool.
And she'll pick up different cartridges
And it's
for
a
the
hand
taser.
weapon in case something gets too close.
If something grabs you to bite you, you can basically stun it
Awesome.
or stab it in the head to get rid of it. Like it
I-
actually happens on purpose right here, and I can either shoot this guy or just use the defensive weapon.
Huh.
It's a one-use item though.
Interesting.
He's huge, by the way.
Yeah, he's
proportionally to her.
he's like 6.5
the
to 7 feet tall.
Schwarzenegger zombie over here. All right, we're gonna try and make a break for it. We didn't make it. You can have
Oh,
one of
his
those.
face!
Thank you. And it's just to get them off of you.
How did that not kill him? He's a zombie.
it
kills,
doesn't
hit the
yeah,
brain.
It doesn't kill him. I
That's-
only have 3 bullets left, so I should actually.
You know
just
what?
leave
You had
him.
me totally sold on this about 5 minutes ago, and now you've given me all kinds of beef with it.
That's okay.
You gotta figure out a way to squash that beef, Jose.
I'm just gonna leave him in that room.
Bye!
All right, where's the emotes? I need to say goodbye to this man. We can't go this way. We need an emblem of a sword. She can only pick simple locks, not just any lock.
Right.
So we're gonna let her get out of here. Although I could have used that box to get the map that's
The
sitting
thing
inside of
in
the
the
vase.
jar, right.
Yeah,
But you
inside
already
of the
had
jar.
this game memorized, so.
A little bit. I actually forgot a lot between
don't
the
believe
last
you.
time I played it.
I
No,
don't
it's true.
believe you.
You don't believe me?
No, I think you know this game like the back of your hand. I think it's like riding a bike for you.
It can be. Let's see. I remember having to go upstairs here, so let's see if I remember if I'm doing this right. Remember, I played in front of some people from Capcom when this game was coming out, and I was completely lost. I
Aw.
forgot where everything was. Here is
Another knife.
knife. So this is just a good get out of jail. Like
Gotcha.
this thing's about to
in case
bite
you're
me.
really screwed, especially if you've got like low health.
Yeah. So we can only unlock that door from the other
That's
side.
really
We're
handy.
gonna go this way. It's locked. Man, I forgot where everything is. And there's a zombie on the other side of this thing. How
But
close is he?
Be
He's
careful
over
because
there.
you've only got 3 bullets.
I think we have less. We're down to 1. All right. So I'm feeling the burn right now, but I'm actually gonna try and get something done while I'm up here,
Okay.
because you actually have to drop a
Where
statue.
we're heading to. Oh, right. The
Yeah, so I'm
smashing
gonna
the statue thing.
Yes. So I'm gonna drop the statue just to make my life a little easier later. I'm not gonna pick this up right away.
That blue gem, though.
Yeah. Let's push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back.
I love that lightning effect, too. That's really good.
Yeah, right? All right, this thing's getting closer. I'm going to have to... Come on.
No, you
so
can do
this,
it. You
this
can do
gets
it.
a little weird. When you're trying to push things with
Right.
the analog stick, it's really easy to
do it the wrong way.
accidentally like roll around
Yeah.
the object. That's one thing that the new controls don't fix. Just pointing that out for folks. All right, so that's broken.
Hooray! We broke art. Great job.
Sweet.
Somebody worked
Take
really
that,
hard
art.
on that statue, and you've smashed it.
All right, we're gonna go back downstairs because I don't remember where anything is today.
Someone's asking if the RE0 remake is really $50, and yes, it is. But you also
comes with
get
2 games,
this
yeah.
though, so it's not. You get 2 games for one.
Yeah.
For $60.
Double
It's
check the price on that though, just on Amazon or something. But I think that sounds right. I could be wrong. But you are getting 2 games for 1 on that. You're not. I still think if you're kind of the classic Resident Evil guy or gal, this is something you should consider.
Yeah.
Oh, just put in Resident Evil HD remaster or 0 HD. Yeah, there you go. Oh, zombie.
Get it. Not
Not
remaster.
yet. He's at the end of the hallway too. That was creepy. Oh, he's got a tape on him, doesn't he? Yes. I forgot about that. All right, let's keep it moving. We're gonna go through here. I think I'm on the right trail now.
I'm not even
Got
finding
it?
it.
Yeah, it's
no,
on.
that's not it.
Oh, is it not?
That's the wrong
Japanese
listing.
one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can't even find it on the
GameStop?
internet.
GameStop?
Whatever. I'm
Easy on
assuming
my
it's between
background.
$50 and $60. But for those $50 and $60, you get not only the Resident Evil 0 HD remaster, you also get this, the
Look at this
the
camera
RE1
angle.
remake.
This is one of my favorites.
Oh, it's super cool.
It's just
and
a
like
bunch
with the
of, like-
swaying chandelier in the background,
Yes.
creating that
It's
shadow
a
on the
bunch
wall.
of
It's really
hidden,
nice.
a bunch of hidden like cameras rolling around. Oh, you could walk right by this bullet clip and not realize it was there. I'm just gonna pick this up because we need this.
Yeah, I'll hang on to that for sure.
All right, reload. All right, let's grab one of these herbs and hope that guy doesn't wake up anytime soon.
Did you shoot him already?
No, he was there before I got
So
here.
he could just become a Crimson Head immediately, or just a regular
later
zombie?
he will. Yeah, no, later he can and he will. So we're gonna leave him there.
You should probably just let him nap.
He looks tired. I'm gonna go upstairs. All right, we're on the right trail now.
There
Ben,
you
are we
go.
on the right trail? Just nod your head.
Oh,
All right,
you're
good.
there.
It's been
You're
a bit.
there.
Oh, there's always a wrong
The question
trail.
is, can we get a Jill sandwich? But
Okay, so
within the next
this
20
guy
minutes?
is gonna be a problem. That's the first Crimson Head you see in the game. That guy right there. So you can see from the reflection in the mirror, there is a guy here.
Yep,
The zombie waiting for me.
that's super handy.
Yeah, it's kind of subtle. You might miss it. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, because they shriek and scream and
Bummer.
have claws. Uh-oh. Come on, come on. Stop. Stop coming. All right. Oh,
See,
he's
you should
still-
be able to shoot him in the back of the head right now. No, I mean like to blow up his head and avoid your whole Crimson Head problem to begin with.
John's like, I don't want to deal with this Crimson Head
I
stuff.
don't. I shouldn't have to.
I love that they make you. It's one of my favorite things in
Nonsense.
this game.
This cool cat wants to know what a Jill sandwich is.
You don't know what a Jill sandwich is?
That's
Oh, man.
unacceptable.
You might just be young.
You're gonna have to show him. You get 20 minutes to get to a Jill sandwich.
Oh, I guess. So we're gonna examine this item. You're gonna notice the tip. We need that. We need the arrowhead. We're gonna remove it.
Cool.
All right, so we got it. There's another zombie right there, but I really don't want to mess with him. I
Probably shouldn't.
think
Is
I
that
could
a
get around
clip
him,
on
or
the-
should I just go back?
Is there a clip on the ground?
Yeah, there's
in
a
the
clip
near
on the
there?
ground
You
right
should
there.
grab it.
Good eye. Good eye.
Wikis.
Wikis. Best eyes at IGN.
That's right.
All right. No, I don't want you to shoot him. I just want you to point at him. All right, let's just
Don't
get out
point
of
at
here.
him. Just run. Just go away.
Yeah, they make you come back through here later, and that Crimson Head gets up, and you're just like, oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's through like this door over here. Oh wait, you can still go through here now? I don't remember that. All right, let's keep going. I should have prepared for this.
You really should have.
I forgot everything. Oh yeah, now I remember what's going on here. All right, we don't need
Come
to be here
on,
yet.
man.
No, it's coming back to me.
Give me that Jill sandwich.
It's all right here. Oh no, that's gonna take a while.
Get to the Jill sandwich.
Mhm.
That's all you have to do.
So Jill Sandwich is a nod to the original localization, the very awful localization of the original Resident Evil, where
The
Jill
amazing
almost gets
localization.
squashed by a trap, Indiana Jones style, and Barry saves her and says, "You were almost a Jill Sandwich."
I believe you were almost a Jill sandwich. He sounds
And
like the Grimace.
It was really bad. Yeah, it was really, really bad for its time. So I'm just gonna run through here.
Oh, so
Love
wait,
this
so
angle.
like myself, a kid named Donnie on Twitch wants to know, do all of the zombies become Crimson Heads if you don't blow up their brains or
anything
set them
that
on
you
fire.
didn't, yeah, anything that you didn't dispose
Anything,
of.
not just zombies. Like what about hunters?
No, just zombies.
Okay.
Just regular old zombies. Hunters are their own problem,
That's
but they're a
super-
one-time problem
That's
to
super
deal with.
frustrating.
It's hard stuff, man.
It's frustrating, and I hate it, and I don't like it.
It's all
and
right.
it's hard.
Look at that guy, creepy, and he's bald. Ew.
Is that the same guy from earlier?
I think so.
He's still super mad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him there. We don't need to talk to him now, anyway.
Nah.
Gonna go get this key. Go get these things moving.
Yep. Just remember, guys, we got about 15, 20 minutes left on the stream today, but you can hit us up on Twitter at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, as well as on YouTube and on Twitch.
That's right.
If
and
and
we stream
you
how many
want.
days a week in this room?
4
4
days a week.
a week. Woo.
My goodness.
Yep. This is today's. Tomorrow is a special stream
Ooh.
that Ben is currently working on. I don't think we're allowed to say what it is.
I believe in you,
But it'll
Ben.
be fun.
Everyone believe in Ben.
Okay. Naomi's back tomorrow. And she's doing a
Ben
show tomorrow.
and Naomi are working on stuff, and things are happening tomorrow, so come check it out.
That's right. Oof. All right. It's locked from the other side.
What?
Yeah. Let's go this way.
Forgotten Beast says, IGN guys, lol. But when you enter the blue door where the white hall is, make sure to move the shelves because there's an ammo and dagger in it. So,
Sure.
So don't forget to do that, I guess.
Okay. If we get there.
Ooh,
Sure.
super secret spooky door.
Yep. This is the Resident Evil experience. Creepy hidden stuff. None of this was in
No,
the
this is
original
all
Resident
new to
Evil.
me. I'm
yeah.
legitimately
and I love
a
that
little
they,
bit scared right now.
That they have it like from the start of the game. You're messing around in new places that
Yeah.
you hadn't been before. I think that was really smart decision on the development team's part. Just because by this point Resident Evil had already
Book
been
of
out
Curses.
like 6 years.
Is something gonna come out of that coffin?
Later, not now. Yeah.
Not now. You're there right now. Shoot
Later.
the coffin. Shoot
Later.
the coffin. Can you
so
shoot
let's
the
go
coffin?
through- No.
No. What happens if you do?
I gotta open this Book of Curses. I think it's on the back actually.
Fine.
There it is.
God, I'm gonna
Key
read
embedded
a
on the back
book?
cover. Will you remove
Nonsense.
it? Yes. All right. So let's look at the mansion key. Oh, now it opens. All right. You got to read this passage from the Book of Curses.
The four masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask
I don't hear evil in this reading. We got to do this over. All right.
The four masks.
There we go.
Better? Alright, great. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil.
Now say fool of a took. No.
Fool of a took!
When all-
When all four fall into place, evil will awaken.
So I think that's when the coffin opens, once you get the mask.
So make it happen. Shoot the coffin.
These are
Just
the,
shoot it
these
for
are
me,
masks.
please,
No,
real quick.
it
Just shoot
doesn't
it.
Do anything.
Do
I
it.
need
Waste
my
the bullet.
bullets. Heck no.
You've
We're leaving
got
this here.
12 minutes left in this stream. You're not going to use all your bullets
I
in
am
12
gonna
minutes.
need those bullets.
Use one bullet for me.
You're
Yeah,
lucky
that's
I
right.
like
You go back
you.
down those stairs.
You're lucky I like you.
I know. I count myself
Yeah.
very lucky to have you as a
Uh-huh.
friend.
All right, here we go.
I hear a
One,
zombie too.
2. Yeah, the one outside.
Oh, the fat guy in his underpants?
All right, see? Happy
All
now?
right, nothing happens. Fine, whatever.
Sheesh. Place the clip. Pray that the other zombie isn't halfway down the stairs. It's going to eat you, turn you into a McRib.
Oh, man. Can the McRib come back, please?
about to.
Is it?
No, I mean in this game.
Oh. Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
That hurts. That
it
hurts my
does.
feelings.
All right, he's dancing around over there.
I really would have
Topless
liked a
zombie.
McRib today for
Just
lunch.
get out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's going to kill me, but it's so good.
Stuff's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, but it's in the best way. It's like
Mm-hmm.
skydiving. You might die. There's like a 35%
I'm going to
chance
examine
you'll
this
get killed.
key.
But also,
the
you'll
sword
really
key.
enjoy yourself.
All right, so let's go upstairs to the place of not dying. Let's use the sword key. What?
Yeah. There's like a 35% chance you'll die,
Yeah.
but you'll have a good time.
Yep. Oh, I don't need to mess with you yet. No, yes I do.
Just shoot him in the face. There
Hey,
you go.
so that's one of my favorite things that happens. It's kind of a random.
This guy again.
I'm gonna just leave you. Oh, it's locked.
Nope,
I kind
you
of
can't,
I
sorry.
came the wrong way. Freeze. That's right.
Now you should be able to shoot him in the head on the ground.
You got a chance at shooting him in the head. It's just
Shoot
not.
up, shoot up.
Nah, he's done.
Could've
Wow,
blown
what
up
a
his head.
face plant. Is he gone? Yep, he's done. All right, let's continue through here. So we're trying to go to, oh, I know this one. It's locked from the other side. Oh, wait. We left the wood plank. We need this. This is how we get a map later.
Oh, good. I like maps.
She actually has more inventory space than Chris does in her game. That was another trade-off between her and Chris.
has
They got
more
rid of that in
pockets.
Zero. In Zero, they both have the same amount.
Which is
and then you have
ludicrous.
like shotguns that take up 2 slots. I like what inventory Tetris turned into with RE5. I don't like how it was in RE.
I thought it was good in 4. I liked it in 4.
Zero. Ooh, what's that?
5 was a little bit
Oh,
much.
the dog whistle. Yeah, we need this too.
What's that do for you?
Well, you need to get a certain key with it.
Gotcha.
So we're going to do that right now. And we need the handgun magazine. So basically, the key is on a dog's collar, and you have to blow the dog whistle at a certain spot.
Gotcha.
2 dogs come, and then
Not
yeah, you go
not
from there.
monster dogs, just regular dogs.
Oh no, they're monster dogs.
Of
They're
course
always
they are.
they're
Of
always
course
monster
they are.
dogs. What is this? Kiss thistle.
They're never just fun dogs.
Oh, the lighter.
You can light fires now.
Yeah, but we can't really carry this right now.
Yes, you can.
No, we don't. We can't. Because we don't have lighter fluid for it anyway. So you can't really. One of the things where the lighter comes into place. So first of all, Chris has one from the start, but you need fluid, and you waste fluid each time you burn one of the
Right.
zombies to get rid of them. So they do force that resource game of, okay, am I
Gotcha.
always running through here? Should I just get rid of this guy? Ugh. I'm just gonna run.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Stop it.
Good miss.
Thank you.
Way to go.
I'm like, which way am I going? Which way am I going? High stepping the
Go
whole
to
time.
juke.
Gotta
Go
put
to
that in the
juke.
next Resident Evil. No, I'm kidding. Don't. All right. Actually, you can fill.
Snake room.
Here's the kerosene you need, and then you need the lighter. That's right. It's kerosene uses, not lighter fluid.
Right.
So you'll take the fuel canteen. We'll take it. We're just gonna fill it here. These have a limited number of uses. Refill, and then you can refill it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and then it's 2 uses. It hurts so much.
That's awful.
Put this away. So this is something they got rid of in the current form of Resident Evil.
Right.
Or excuse me, in Zero. Zero doesn't have this this thing here. All right, leave all that here. Is there ammo in
You
here?
mean the drop box?
Let's see what's in this box. Special all right, you wanna
No.
last one? Okay. Basically, incineration or destruction of the head. If you do incineration, you have a limited amount of kerosene to work with.
Gotcha.
That's what they're explaining to you.
They're telling you got to burn them because you can't shoot them in the head on the ground like a normal person.
Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
It is a serious gap in logic.
Somebody said this man to let it go. Please.
Don't you dare. I have done how many years since that trash came out without
man.
actually managing to hear or see it?
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
too? Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I knew there was a reason I liked you, Jose.
Yep. Haven't seen it. Stop. Don't. Come
No,
any
Zero.
closer.
Zero does have an inventory system. What they don't have are storage boxes.
No, that's what I meant to say. Did I make it sound otherwise?
No, somebody just, I think, misheard you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or you made it sound wrong. I don't know.
I could have been. Yeah.
I'm
there
not
are
this
no-
person. I don't know their life.
I left the lighter. I should have probably brought it. Now I'm gonna need it.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Because this is the room where you make the map.
Oh, good.
I'm on the wrong side of the house, though. I need to get around to the side where I can call the dogs.
You've-
We don't have enough time, so it's all good.
You have 9 minutes.
We do have 9 minutes.
I'll believe in
okay,
you.
so here... Oh, I left the wood play, too. All right, never mind this.
Dude,
I know, 0 for 2.
you're messing up
I
left
need
and
the
right.
helmet key. Yeah, this is gonna end poorly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. Let's go back. How much time we got?
9
Time
minutes.
check. Time check. All right. Ask your questions. Anything Resident Evil.
You should go find that key
Or
and
about this
also become a Jill sandwich.
I'm working on it.
Jill sandwich. Jill. Everybody with me now. Jill sandwich. Jill sandwich. No, fine. All
You
right,
are
whatever.
all alone on this one. Ah!
A man can chant alone.
You have a knife, woman.
Well, clearly, no. You left the knife in the
Yeah.
box.
No. Oh, did I leave?
Yeah, you
no,
left
no,
the knife
no,
in the
no,
box.
the defensive knife. I have the defensive knife
No,
on
you
me.
didn't. You left it in the box.
No, that's the other
Open your
knife.
inventory right now.
You want to bet?
Not money, but sure, a gentleman's bet.
A gentleman's bet. That's the defensive item.
Ah!
Yeah, she didn't.
Well,
use it.
I'm kind of blind then. Whatever.
That's okay. It's okay.
Oh, they're chanting
Not
with
even
me.
drunk.
Jill sandwich. Jill
I'm
sandwich.
working on it. I'm working on
Make
it.
it so.
I don't even remember where it is. I'm pretty sure it's on the other side of the menu.
So
great.
this
Okay.
is PlayStation Loyalist wants to know when it gets released. The dual pack of the first remake and
believe it's
RE0
Tuesday.
remake is next Tuesday. That
Yeah.
is January 19th.
Yeah, sorry,
I
our
think.
dates are messed up, but I'm pretty sure that's right. If not, I'm apologizing. Google is your friend.
Oh, thanks, Amazon.
I left that zombie in the room.
So it's $40 US.
There you go.
For both games.
What's it called?
The Resident
Origins.
Evil Origins Collection.
Oh yeah.
Not what anyone would search for at
Yeah.
all.
No, it is a little bit.
Timothy Alvarez, thank you very much for that assist.
Sweet.
Great
I
job.
appreciate you doing that. $40?
Did you used to be a math teacher?
Once upon a time.
Craig
yeah.
Green says hi.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, it's right here. Jose
Oh,
Otero
wow.
used to be my math teacher.
Holy
Lol,
cow.
awesome. Right there. There he is.
Dude,
Craig
hello.
Green.
Hi. Wow, that was a long time ago. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a thing.
And you almost crashed the train?
Yeah, I know. That was no,
He didn't
not true.
actually almost
I didn't
crash the
almost
train.
crash
He was
anything.
toying with us
Yeah, I
because
was
he's a
toying with you.
monster.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Because he's a big jerk who doesn't want to crash trains.
Sometimes I like trains.
Yeah,
all
I like
right,
trains
let's push
too,
the-
when
let's
they're
tr-
crashing.
Let's push this back.
Push this box full of plates.
Yeah, no, dude, it's a small world. Every once in a while, someone will bring up that. Yeah, I met one of your former students, and I'm just
Interesting.
Like, yeah, I taught high school. It's really fun. East Coast. That's right.
Oh, we're on the East Coast.
Bronx, New York.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
all right.
All right.
We're supposed to hate each other, Jose.
Nah,
I'm
it's
glad
fine.
we're friends.
Tupac helped all that. Oh wait, is this the Jill sandwich room?
No, it is down that hallway though.
It's in this area. Isn't this where Poochie is? The Pooch. Yeah, this is where the Pooch is. No,
Go back in. Go back in.
want the
Jill
dog.
sandwich. No, we want the Jill
want
sandwich.
The dog first.
I don't care about the dog. I want
care
the Jill
about the dog.
sandwich.
Oh,
You're gonna get killed,
No, I'm
and you've
not.
got 6 minutes. If you
I'll
can
make
kill
it.
the
If I
dog,
didn't
get the
crash
thing,
the train, what
and
makes you
go
think-
Jill sandwich. That's what's important. If you can't, friendship over.
I'm never doing one of these live streams again. I'm kidding.
No, you're just never doing another one with me again.
No, I will
I'm
always
fired.
I will always do a live stream with John Ryan. You kidding
Aw,
me?
that's really
no,
sweet.
I'm all this pressure. Let me play the
Joe
game.
sandwich, Joe sandwich.
All right, we're getting there.
All right,
Oh, look,
good.
there's the dog. All right. I want to get at least the whistle
there
I
he
need
is.
from the dog. All right. Yeah, I don't think this is it either. Actually, it did,
So
it
Ben
did
is
look
helping
a bit
out,
enclosed.
helping us get to Jill sandwich.
If I go to my desk and it says that was the place, Ben, I'm gonna have some words.
It's gonna.
All right. This might be it.
I think this is it. I remember this terrible wallpaper from the original game.
Wait, isn't there a condition where he won't save you? Oh, this part's gross. We
What's
got to
this
do this
part? Is
part.
this new?
This part's nasty. The master of unlocking.
Is this a new bit?
No, this was in the original.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, both of them.
I haven't played
both
the
of them
original
exist-
since
oh,
probably
you missed it.
1999.
Look at that. Fresh out the
Bathtub
tub.
zombie.
Yeah.
Those
So
water
he's
effects,
a little
though.
slippery. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, and he's all gooey on the inside,
And then
too.
slip. Ew.
Just step on his head. Just step on his head. It's literally right there. There we go.
She did. Ew.
Great job.
That's gross. And then she hurls.
Gross. Blake Kieran
So
wants to
he'll
know
be
what
a
platform.
Crimson Head
We're playing
later?
this on Xbox One. It's also available on PlayStation 4 and PC. Available
And-
for digital download on PS3 and Xbox 360.
That's right. Yep. So you got it everywhere.
It's like Visa. No, wait. Which one's ever where you want to be? Is that Discover?
I forget.
I don't know.
Look at that. This
doesn't matter.
camera. This is
It's
one
a
of my
credit
favorite
card that you
cameras.
should
Look at
never
this. This
get.
is so intrusive. The voyeuristic presentation of this game is just
I think
something.
that's
that-
it.
It's this one.
Is it it?
We made it.
We got, and
Are
with
you
3
happy
minutes
now?
left to spare, I will be. In a
Are you
minute.
not entertained?
I will be.
Are you not entertained? Yeah, this is the room.
Yes!
You can tell.
Jill sandwich. Jill sandwich. Jill sandwich.
Hang on, I gotta set this up contextually. So if you're Chris at this point in the game, no one comes to save you. Only Jill, aka someone's waifu, will get saved by Barry. Is there a condition where she won't get saved? I think there is one. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out.
I hope we don't become a Jill sandwich, but
It
if
may
we do,
happen.
it will be a fitting end to a fitting day.
Yep. Here we go. All right. Jill sandwich time.
sandwich,
So
Jill
you're supposed
sandwich,
to bring the
Jill
shotgun
sandwich.
replica to that room and hang it in place of the shotgun.
So
The
you
minute
don't
you
get
lift that
sandwiched.
shotgun, you notice that these two clips move up. So it is the obvious indicator it's a trap on top of all the dust.
Uh-oh. So wait, should we have brought the other shotgun?
No, because then the Jill sandwich whole thing wouldn't get activated. So I want to
enough.
hear if he says the line though. So
Oh,
you
he
have gotta
better.
you better pump this audio when Barry shows up. No, don't press anything.
I want to run around. Look. I can't.
You wanna just?
You're gonna have a feeling of danger.
It's coming!
What am I gonna do?
Help me! I don't think she's getting saved.
I don't. Oh no!
Oh, the door won't open.
Oh no! We're literally a Jill sandwich.
This is all your fault.
It's okay. We're a Jill sandwich, everybody. We did it. We won. Jill sandwich, 2016.
Good luck with that platform.
And
What is going on right now?
I don't know, but you know what the worst thing is? We haven't saved once.
No, I know. That's it. We're done.
The good news is,
stream's over.
oh man, it's 3 o'clock.
Is it? Is it? Yeah, we're good, I guess. Right, close it out.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Jose, for indulging
thoughts.
my
Resident Evil,
hunger for a
classic
Jill
Resident Evil.
sandwich.
How'd it go for you? Were you?
It was
did you
great. Honestly,
enjoy it?
like,
Yeah?
I mean, aside from that nonsense about not being able to shoot Crimson Heads in the face when they're already on the ground,
John doesn't like the stress that comes with that.
It's not that. I just think it's like I could save myself time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to be.
It would have been an interesting thought for sure.
Like, just why can't I do it? But that said, I'm totally probably gonna pick this up and check this out now.
My favorite of the two is definitely Remake. Zero is a little more by the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be playing Zero for the wikis, so I'll have to play through that. But now I kind of want to go home. Like, I've got the weekend pretty much free, so I'm probably gonna check this out for sure.
It'd be worth mentioning to people if they came in and they missed Resident Evil 0, it will be caught in the replay so you can see it.
Okay, so we have a
Excellent.
replay. If you missed Resident Evil 0, which is what we kicked off
If you
the
joined
stream
us
with,
late
yeah,
or whatever,
you can watch that. We played through the train section.
When that
Very
little
cool stuff.
bit
Showed
that
off a lot of
says-
pre-rendered environments. Definitely a product of its time. This game did come out in 2002 initially, before it was HD remastered, whatever you want to call it. But some really, really cool stuff. We tried to point out as many details as we could, so make sure you check that out. And I think that's it, unless you have anything else, Ben.
All right, Rad.
Well,
Thank
there
you
have
guys so
it.
much for joining us. Jose, thank you for everything, especially that Jill sandwich at the end.
Yep, we gave you the Jill sandwich. Thank you very much for watching. IGN Plays Live. We'll be back tomorrow. Naomi's back on, and you'll get to see something really cool.
Surprise stream.
Surprise stream. See you tomorrow. Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I'm